he could run SCP, and Repo has its specs is like requirements
It's
is less than SCP. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jacob, buy it.
I don't get it.
What do you mean you don't get it?
I just didn't know what the conversation was.
Repo.
Repo.
Oh,
Buy it.
the new tism.
Yeah,
Yep.
the Tism of the Week.
The better than lethal company. Tism of
Yeah.
the week is crazy.
But
It is the Tism of the Week.
Like the week until we won't play it longer than a week.
Tism of the month?
I don't know.
I'm more okay with that.
You can't accept the fact that you'll only play something for a week.
Yeah.
It just feels weird to say out loud. What is the dollar ratio to like amount of gameplay time that has to be equaled in order for it to be worth it?
I'm not sure.
$10 for 8 hours.
$9 for 8 hours?
$10.
Or $10 for 8 hours. I could agree with that.
How many hours did you get in SCP? Oh, yeah, the game's free.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Endless. Endless hours. Because I don't remember. Let me message Zap and see if we'll be seeing him shortly. No biggie. It's not like I can really complain. I was late for the last session because, you know, I'm a horrible person. Still sits with me heavily.
What did you do? Molest him?
Who?
Streaming.
I said again.
Okay.
No, guys, this is just roleplay, guys. Don't worry.
It's all in game, even though it's the pre-chat.
Yeah, so, like, what did you do to Velu?
Nothing.
Oh.
I'm
Why'd
just
you say you felt bad about that then?
Oh, I said I can't feel bad if Zap is late because I was late from last session.
Oh.
Like,
Now
canonically.
let me harass him.
I sent him a message already, so if he doesn't send me anything back, then I'm assuming we'll just get started and we'll see where he's at. But he is in a current position right now where it would be ideal for him to be around, but, you know, maybe we'll just work that out.
I told him his character just got off screen.
Oh.
That is not what.
Wow. I don't know what that means, but or how you're going to explain that. But good luck with that.
I just told him that his character got AIDS and died.
Oh well. In game, but
yeah.
His character.
Yeah, I just said his character. Yeah.
His character. I mean,
his character in game. So like, you know, we got Velu, but then we got who
personal,
Velu roleplays.
Yeah. Velu roleplays as Zap. Is that what it is?
He's alive. I just called him.
Right.
He woke up from a nap.
Oh,
he was pulling at you.
That pulling at me. I respect it.
All right, guys. Now to take an hour for inspiration.
Hey.
I need a 500-word essay from each of you.
That was fun, though. You can't be mad.
I liked it. I wanted to have
it was pretty fun, actually.
My problem is that it wasn't organized well enough on my behalf to make it faster. I was planning 30 minutes. Ends up being an hour. So, that's my bad, gang.
I mean, we were all slow with our games and shit, too.
To be fair, yes, but I also chose the game, so it's not like I could have... I ran tested everything, and I was like, yeah, I could do all this in 30 minutes, but I'm also thinking, like, speedrunner mentality. So it's like...
My game was fast.
Hey.
Off the rip.
I got that 100% on the aim. I'm happy.
Hey, look, I gave some opportunities. I figured I was trying to think of some clever things just because it's different, and, you know... If it was an in-table event, like in person, it'd be much different. Like I'd be giving you guys like actual, like canonical, like physical things to do, which might be worse. So
it would have been fun. Constitution, eat this mayonnaise-covered tomato with chocolate.
Every time your
And
character says the,
ranch.
this word, you
And don't
must
throw
choke
up.
hot sauce.
Intimidation check. Eat this fucking sour candy and don't make a face.
It's just a fucking what is it called? It's just a Carolina Reaper. It's like, all right, take a bite, and then you gotta play that the
One
rest
chip
of the night.
challenge. Hot chip
Take this
challenge.
fucking banana and Sprite. Good luck.
Welcome, Zap. Hopefully your sweep was good. But does any of y'all has anything for me before we
No.
begin?
No, Jacob. I just hope that you've
Yeah,
had a
when we
beautiful day
fight the
today.
final boss.
Wow. Guys, did you know that we're 30 sessions in?
Yes.
Holy moly.
No.
Holy moly.
Ole mole.
Can any of you guess how many days in game we've played?
Hasn't it been like
isn't
1
it-
month?
It's been like 3 weeks, I think. Maybe a month.
There is a canonical, like, you could go to every session and figure out the answer.
Well,
I
I
think,
think it's only been like 3.5 weeks.
I think it's 27 days.
Alright.
3.5 weeks, guys.
I will let you know. In total time that has passed since our first session, 30 sessions, only 45 days have passed.
45?
Jesus Christ. You guys could die, and my character shouldn't be sad about it.
Right.
No.
That's a fraction
Like,
of a
why are we
percentage of
so
a
close?
cycle. Same
We got
cycle.
that Discord relationship moving status.
As of session 30, 45 days in the game have passed. But, you know, it's fun and play it out, and we're week to week on a lot of our travels. And I would like to make a reminder to our players that if there are moments that you guys wish to move forward in time to a point of like order from getting from point A to point B, that's all a shared decision on your guys' behalf. So, for example, if you know that your travel will go a certain way, you can all just decide to not engage in anything between and just be there and skip that time.
Guys,
However,
let's time
that's
skip
it.
to Epoch.
You could. You actually 100% could. You can be like, oh, I want to be in Caldor for the rest of the time, and then see how long you go without an event happening. And it would just be like whatever occurs. So I just want to keep that out there as a reminder to our players that you guys are in control of the time that passes for your characters, since you guys are the quote unquote stars of the show. So
A star.
you're my shining stars of this show, and I appreciate every single one of you. And without
Kicking
further
my feet.
ado, let's begin.
Happy Flagon.
Where we last left off, some celebratory means was in order as dining at the Gnome's Garden, a toast was raised to the Runeseers, the saviors of a town, for a troll attack that was kind of unwarranted. In the town's history, never has there been any monsters released upon the town, but certainly enough with your candor and behavior. Within the midst of one day, you were able to shush out a thieves type of guild at the pier, completely like scrambling them, engage in some city to continent to kingdom like type of charade, and also fight different bounty hunters that had released this monster amongst the town, all of which satiated, resolved, and well deserved of a break. All of you feel a little bit of respite in the days that you have passed. Travel becomes something of a memory in the last 2 days. Teleporting, using a cart, all of your means. You find yourself here in Caldora, the coastal city on the west side of the west continent. The night is young, as the sun has just set, and there is already merriment in the air. Conversations between people who are remaining in the Gnome's Garden, enjoying a night of dancing and fun within a tavern, and some others taking their own choice of what to do for their days, turning in for the night, talking amongst each other, or just finding a moment of peace. I'd like to start off with Father Cruz. There's a moment you find yourself enjoying the night for what feels like a solitary form of group has kind of formed around you. And Father Cruz may have been part of many groups in his past, but this one is starting to feel familiar in a way that wasn't before. Seeing your son enjoy themselves for a last moment, like in a smile, and even just enjoying your own time. You've had a near-death experience just in the last few hours. I need you to make a religion check.
Okie dokie. I'm gonna guidance myself.
Okay. And also, where would we find Father Cruz on this night as you're
24.
making this check?
He was with Carnelian and Ymir, right?
Ymir, Mimosa, and Velu were all within
No,
the
sorry.
gnome.
Carnelian and Idris then.
Yes, for the two of them. You all are together for this opportunity. Father Cruz, there's a kind of like a resemblance of flashback you have, kind of like your eyes like almost wince between alive and dead for a moment as you remember the countenance of losing a little bit of that ringing in your ear, your elk carrying you to a safe position as you recovered yourself with a amazing surge of vitality. It was this feeling of the sand raking below you as like you could feel the mountains curving of the deserts. It was hot. It was buffeted sand, a storm, a whirlwind. And you catch yourself in a flicker between, you know, almost like having like a PTSD type moment of like seeing all that in kind of a flash. Idris and Carnelian, you kind of look at Father Cruz and they have kind of this holy like aura around them. You see like this like glow of luminescence kind of like overtake from the horns, the face, and the shoulders, and it kind of glows for a second and dissipates as Father Cruz, you're having this kind of episode. You snap kind of back to the same night. Carnelian, Idris, you see Father Cruz, that holy aura kind of like still extends to you all, and you feel that same protective area that you've always felt around Father Cruz. Nothing's changed, but you just take this visual notice of Father Cruz. Not sure if Father Cruz notices this, but you do kind of like come back to and notice that your friends are staring and seeing you.
Are you good?
Oh, it's nothing. Just remembering the past few days.
Good memory or bad memory?
Well, I did almost die, but I came back, so I think that's a good memory.
All right.
I mean, I hope it is. You're kind of radiating a glow. She like twiddles her fingers out towards him as she says that. Yeah, you're glowing, like glowing.
Like with radiant charm, or
Sure.
Where were we going?
I don't know. You were the
Where do
one
you
who
want to
was
go?
leaving.
It's the night is
Um,
young.
I want to try to find a place to sell stuff.
With most of the
Sure.
shops and districts being closed right now, the only things really open are like taverns, bars, and other nightlife. There, you might get lucky with that port area you're at before. Maybe they have like rekindled some of their stuff over by the beach.
Mm, probably not the port place. Anything but there, actually.
That's the only lead you would have right now for something that would be doing something off hours.
All right. Well, I mean, I just enjoy the night walking around.
Yeah, you walk around Caldora, kind of getting a bit of a tour almost. I don't know if Idris would be walking around the valleys with this new kind of face, but you do see that people have already started reconstructing the parts of the valley that have been broken. And then you see the cliff sides in the distance, and a short walk away is the nighttime beach sides, and it's still a beautiful town. The stars are beautiful out. There's no clouds in the sky. It's actually a really nice nice night out of the compared like coming colder season.
Can I find a way onto a roof? Just a random ass roof.
I mean, it's you seen the layout from a TTS perspective. The roofs in different buildings here kind of escalate high and stack on top of each other. To find a way up onto a rooftop, you'll have to kind of make an actual effort to get onto it. It's not like an easy hey, let me take these stairs and step on the roof. Go ahead and
acrobatics
not acrobatics. I would like you to make a survival check.
also works.
Yeah.
Guidance.
Guidance.
Slap someone on the back.
What is it? Guidance again? Plus
1d4.
1d4.
By the
Why
way,
anyone on that roof?
19.
I'm gonna give a reminder to you, Father Cruz, about for guidances and stuff. These are reactions that you take whenever you do provide guidance, I believe. So it is just a kind of a thought that you can add guidance as a reactionary thing to somebody if they didn't roll enough. So it's you no longer have to call guidance beforehand.
Didn't say it
Oh.
after now.
This is a 2024
Cute.
edition thing.
Oh my god.
But it does take your reaction to do so. So that is something
I like
to think
saying it
about.
beforehand though. It's
True.
more fun that way.
Yes. It's like when you call your shots,
Guidance.
Yeah. So
Yeah. 19 total with that guidance.
okay.
And
you
to answer Cruz, I kind of just want to see the night sky at a better view. I can help you guys up.
Wait, how tall is the roof?
it's like you haven't reached a place yet. You actually see Carnelian currently walking in a direction towards the street. You see the carts of the open food that have kind of been covered over and stuff. A tent that's been closed down, torches unlit. However, you see boxes stacked up in a way, Carnelian, where you could probably step up across them and muscle up on top of one of the rooftops and then cross across them. It's a bit sneaky. You might get called out for it, but kids probably could do this and get away with it.
Yeah. Carl will start climbing.
Yep. It's not even a requirement for you to make any athletics or acrobatics. It's very easy with your stature. All of you could do this on your own without any help.
Sure.
I'll climb too.
Yep.
Screw it.
All 360 no scope up on top of the roof.
Oh my gosh.
Father Cruz for some reason levitates down onto the roof. You don't know how he was in the air, but he slowly levitates down onto it, wholly out of nowhere. But yeah, it's a strange feeling of familiarity to Cornelian. It's just not your first time on rooftops before, but it's definitely a better sight. And as you climb higher and higher, the clock tower does block a lot of the vision of the night sky for one side, but as you start to climb higher, it becomes more clear that there is much more beyond Caldora. As you climb higher, you see the west coast. You see the sea, which for Father Cruz, this is your first. I think this might be one of your first endeavors to the west coast of the continent. As far as moving this deep in, this might be your first time seeing the west coast.
Buried a body.
Well, other than on the beach itself, I'm talking about the entirety of the coastline. It's a top eye view of the area.
Cruz will take off his non-existent hat and hold it close to his chest. Oh, I'll be damned.
What?
It's just so beautiful.
Yeah.
You guys can
Feel the
actually.
clock tower blocking away.
I'll have all you three make a perception check. And in the nighttime, it's not a disadvantage. It's just more of like a visual layout of the where you are right now.
That is the crappiest perception check I've ever rolled in my life. 9. It was a
I got a
nat
nat
1.
I also got a
God.
nat 1.
I
6.
also
Oof.
got a nat 1.
No, you
Did
didn't.
you
horrible.
actually?
Yes.
All three of you got a
So
natural 1 on your perception check. That is
Holy
cracked.
But I still
I'm
got a 9 though,
sweating.
so
What?
womp womp womp.
3 nat 1s?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna look
That is
into Cruz's
impressive.
and Idris's eyes.
Like, I'm
and
looking
being
at
like,
Father Cruz, your
"This
roll
is
is a
the real view."
1d4 of a nat 1 1d4, which is really funny.
Cruz is too busy just like kind of staring like up at the sun. Like,
Yeah. You guys are actually kind of concerned because as you stare out, you see the tide and wave pulling in like from a high tide. You guys are aware that the West Ocean is called the Lavender Tides. And because the planet of Pagoda is like still in the sky in the middle of the night, it's dark still. There's no light like that radiates off of the corona of the planet. So what would be the Lavender Tides is a black sea. It is just fully dark expanse that goes on, and you can't even see any other forms of landform. It's just where you're standing, and it almost feels like you're floating as the night gets darker as you climb higher, and it becomes a surreal feeling.
wow, the sea gets pretty dark at night.
It does.
Are
Would
you guys
you-
swimmers?
I am.
I
Did you
can
ever swim
swim.
much as a kid?
I
Grown up?
mean, kind of. My mother kind of frowned upon it, so I didn't really get to do it much. But my
Even though-
dad liked it.
Even though I live right next to a beach, huh?
She's peculiar, so it's hard for me to get away with certain things. While my dad would not care, she is kind of the one that nitpicks, if you couldn't tell. Did you
My-
two want to go up in the clock tower? We'd have a better view up there.
Oh yeah.
Right,
You
the
see
clock
Cornelian
tower.
already raising up to climb it.
You
We're not
could
quite-
you could scale it if you wanted to, but it is definitely
it
something
work?
hard to do with gear. It is working actively right now.
There's stairs inside.
Yeah, but will they let us up?
Yeah, I mean it's open for the public.
Okay.
You can also just scale it if you want to. I mean, that's also cool.
Guidance you.
How hard would it be to scale it, Jacob?
I'm not gonna make you roll for it.
You
it'd
know
be,
what?
It'd be hard. You could just echo shift. Like you could full on use your echo to like teleport yourself in places and positions. Like climbing isn't a problem. It's visualizing the location that's an issue for you. And because of your horrible perceptions, I wouldn't allow you just to bamf your way up there right now.
Right.
But
Could I try to? I wanna. Okay, hold on. I want to short rest first.
You know what? I could fly us up there.
Fly?
Yeah.
Like all of us?
Maybe. Jacob.
I don't know.
You-
How many creatures do you target with fly right now?
Let's see. I'm curious to see if I can do it. Hold on.
I don't think you can get it high
Yeah,
enough
bring
level
my
to
elk
get
up there.
everybody.
Dang it, no.
Yeah, I think you're one level short.
we
I
could
am.
just walk. It's open to the public. There's stairs.
But
I
that's not
don't know
cool.
why we're trying to find a solution to a problem that doesn't exist.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna start
she,
trying to climb it.
you see her whip out her lyre and she casts fly.
It's so funny.
You're just gonna look at like Carnelian scaling it and just
On some Peter
gonna
Pan
nod.
shit.
on,
Carnelian.
all right, Cruz will start scaling the wall.
And in a
You
very
can do it.
in a very athletic fashion, Father Cruz, it actually is very easy for you to scale this clock tower wall. None of you have climbing experience at all. Idris, you fly. You have a bird's eye view of the situation, watching Carnelian and Father Cruz literally Nathan Drake their way, Assassin's Creed up the clock tower. You see Father Cruz is doing full muscle ups, like throwing his body upwards to catch onto other like stones and stuff, while Carnelian's doing like these delicate swings from place to place using acrobatics more in their sense of climbing, seeing the differences in their physiques. More upper body, more like full control. Someone in this group definitely does calisthenics.
Yeah.
But I'll say it's not hard for you guys to climb. You guys are literally level 6 heroes, level 5, whatever. It doesn't matter. You guys can do this. It's not a hard thing for you all to do. Especially given time. You're not rushing. It's not like in a battle. You guys make it to the top of the clock tower in any means you mean.
Like the tippity top.
Sure.
Yeah.
Why not? Sounds fun. You guys are at the top, tippity top of the clock tower, nothing left blocking you. You guys see the beams of Halavar in the distance. The two radiant beams of light that come from the two Arcanium beacons in Halavar, as well as the new beacon beam far to the north near Arlucia. The new magenta light in the sky that is new to this world. Faintly, all the way to the east, you can see 5 radiant beams from the Kingdom of Oracle. But it's faint. It's almost like looking at fog lights in the distance.
Wow.
I wonder why
forgot-
they have to be so bright.
I would say to the more major cities, we don't have them out here, so
I mean, the beams are like pure power, aren't they?
I
So it's-
think.
I don't see how you could easily mask that.
Father Cruz, you can make a history check if you like, given you're the only person who had existed when these things were built.
Yes.
If it's high enough, I'll allow you to also make a religion check too.
16.
Yeah, make a religion check with that too.
Okay. I didn't see myself. $15.
Okay. As far as like history, the beacons were built, as what it's just saying, they're built to signify this big major cities. And the beacons are what allow these great arcane technologies to exist. You know, in a world that's similar to like the real world, how what would be like an internet cell phone cable almost, like the cell tower, and how they used to like just be like a place where most of your power and everything came from. These beacons do the same thing in this world. They are literal power cells. They are storing energy of the lunar place you live in and beaming it to the sky. With your religion check, Father Cruz, there is an original beacon that doesn't exist on this continent that was the first one built, and its whole purpose was to block like divine prime gods from the moon. And there's like this big story about like how the prime gods existed on the planet Pagoda, and the beacon was built to separate the divine from the mortal man, and that was what the purpose of the beacon was almost like 300 400 years ago. So you recount this, especially since you were there when one of the first beacons shot up in the world.
A different place back then. We could be outside and there wouldn't be a bright light in your eyes all the time.
You know, aside from daytime,
Well, yeah. There's also, calamities and gods, but
Yeah, you guys enjoy kind of a relaxing like lay on the top of this tower with a means of cutting down is kind of an afterthought, right? But like you guys are here and enjoying kind of like the space, and you see like the Eric Caldor before you, and a bit of wavering kind of occurs to all of you as you guys recognize locations that may be in your future, and you guys kind of have this wavering of what's next pop through your mind.
So, what would be the plan next?
Well, you wanted to go to Arlusha, right?
I think it's
Or
kind
sorry,
of
you wanted to
opposite.
go up north.
Wanting to go and needing to go are two different things.
Well, you wanted to go up north anyways for Mimosa, right?
Well, I am curious to see if that woman is still there or not. The reason I wanted to go up there is because there's this northern village up there that potentially houses where he was cursed. So I'm trying to see if the curse user is still up there. At least that's my theory. But you know, Alusha.
I mean, we were originally going to go to Mumbai, but I don't think we need to go there anymore. Maybe.
I think Ymir is a little more focused on the magenta pillar in the sky.
I mean, I have a friend in Arlusha.
You have a friend in Alusha.
Mhm.
Oh, awkward.
What does your friend do?
Who are they?
They were a knight. I mean, that would be better, wouldn't it?
How close
You
of a
guys-
friend?
Mm, more of a passing by friend,
Ah,
Mm,
well.
but it's a start.
I'm gonna need some connections there.
Oh, never mind. I don't know. It's just so after Alusha. Oh no! First, we need to figure out what Velu's gonna do. Velu
What do you mean?
first. Mhm.
Oh, about
Oh
the bounty and
yes. Also,
10,000 gold bounty.
by the way, you and Ymir also need to lay low. My goodness.
What do you mean? I don't like the attention. I try to
I
avoid it.
I know you don't, but I don't know, something about you all being in the crowds earlier today. You kind of getting a lot of attention.
Yeah, that's not the goal. That's why
I know,
left
I
the
know.
party.
I realize, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
What's wrong with the town's favor? I mean, they were celebrating what you did.
Well, same thing similar to with Velu. If you don't want to be followed, you don't want your face to be seen, right? Or you don't want your less known location to be around wherever. So the thing is if you're more visible, more in sight, it's a little harder to kind of blend in. I'm fine with people knowing who I am here. Honestly, if anyone knows my name anywhere, I'm happy, but
Mhm. Yeah, no, I don't like the attention, but it's a thing that's probably gonna happen.
so Velu first and then Lucia. Father Cruz, is there anywhere you need to go?
Hmm, not really. I mean, I had been warned about the beacon in Arlusha before it appeared.
Warned about it.
By who?
My god.
What do you mean by warned?
He just said to look towards the sky in the coming days.
Oh, so we're going to Alusha. All right, that's fine.
Great.
Well, yep, it's fine. We're fine.
I mean, even outside of the beacon, we still need to know why the book had even been planned to go in Arlusha. That's also another connection it has.
Yeah,
Mm,
there's too many reasons not to go.
You guys
I'm
kind
calling
of,
it now.
you guys
I'm
start
going to be arrested.
you guys start hearing kind of a cheery sound of pleasantry as doors swinging open down on the floors below you. The gnome's garden is rambunctious with a flame of this charismatic energy as popping out of the area, Mimosa, you find yourself being kind of staggered out of the gnome's garden. The music's still kind of blaring inside. You find a moment of calm to yourself for a second, but you're followed out with like this human girl kind of on your arm a little bit, and just kind of like looking and like leaning into you. That was so fun.
I guess,
Oof.
yeah.
That's dizzy. So much spinning.
Well, I guess dancing is a lot of spinning.
Oof.
Um,
But yeah. Ooh, let's take... She's like fanning herself next to you.
Mimosa's is kind of like standing there awkwardly looking around.
She kind of like looks at you for a second. Anyways, I'm gonna go back inside. I want to dance some more with you though.
Why?
Because you're fun. You're so fun.
Am I though?
Yeah, you're totally fun. Everybody here thinks that you're so fun.
Who?
My friends, some of the local people from the port think you're really strong, so they think you're like some type of warrior. So it's kind of hot.
Hot?
Yeah.
Sorry,
I don't know if that's too much.
No, it's fine. I'm gonna just stand out here, catch
She
my
kind
breath.
of
It's hot
takes
in
her
there.
fingers and kind of like walks up your tricep. It's like, well, I'm gonna go inside, and
Okay.
I'm gonna go talk to my friends, and we're gonna dance some more because it's gonna be fun.
Okay, you go do that.
Okay, I'm Mimosa, and you don't even remember her name. She walks inside, and there's like a moment of like you breathing in and out, kind of heavy. The door swinging, like you can hear inside. Ymir like is currently like engaged with like 5 different people and like singing some like song with them, like full like arms like crossed
And then
into
the
one another.
Backstreet Boys is I don't even know the like words for this song, but
And
it's
then
really
the door
nice.
swings
And
closed.
everyone died that you could be mine.
You can hear him inside, and really enjoying himself. It's a bit of a smile that kind of creeps across the face, Mimosa. Like, you feel yourself alone outside, but you don't feel alone like your mind. You don't feel like singularly alone. It's just a communal like thing that's awkward that you never felt before. So, but either way, Idris, Father Cruz, and Cornelian, you see Mimosa kind of stepped outside for a moment, and door swinging open. Mimosa, you have kind of an opportunity to yourself, and Ymir, you know that Mimosa stepped outside. None of you see Bello.
Did you all hear Ymir singing?
Yes, you all heard Ymir say it.
Yeah.
That was
Or
bad.
not to.
That was really bad. you see Idris like scooting towards the edge of the roof, like she's about to jump down.
Do you still have your? You know, you got it.
you just see her cup her hands around her mouth and she goes, Ymir!
Batty, shot o'clock.
Oh my god.
Chris is gonna clap as loud as he can.
No, don't
Mimosa's
cheer him
gonna
on.
look around.
No!
Does he hear them?
Yeah,
Doing
you
it.
hear kind of like the conclusiveness of your friends surrounding in the air and around you.
Mimosa's gonna look up at them.
Yeah, you see them like buffooning on the top of the clock tower. You see Carnelian is like
That's
probably
my boy.
out of the whole group, Carnelian probably looks the most Batmanish out of everybody. He's full perch. He's like full like
I'm
Batman
looking
cowl with
down,
like
not
some
a word.
stars. Yeah.
You see Idris just starts strumming on a lyre, and she's trying to match Ymir's horrible singing.
Mm-hmm.
Father! Father!
Cruz will stand up and billow escape.
Yeah,
Yes,
both
son.
both Carnelian and
Oh,
Father
God.
Cruz now at the same time,
Yeah.
like Batman and Robin, full like standing on top of the clock tower, looking down
is so
upon the
weird.
street.
Most of them like hesitate for a moment before like looking back inside.
Come
He's
up
like,
here.
"Let a woman win."
Mimosa,
Like,
mimosa! Betty,
No,
Betty, shot o'clock!
Oh my
What?
god.
Get your shot in, come on! Ymir's like with like
I don't
5
know, I
other
don't know.
people. Everybody's
You don't even know these
Let's
guys.
go, we're waiting for you!
Where's your friend at, man? Like we're trying to take the
Fuck is
shot.
Bella? I don't know.
Take the
What-
shot.
Hold on! Hey, yeah, give me a second. Ymir's gonna stumble on over, head over to Mimosa. What are you doing?
I was taking a moment. There's a
Oh.
lady who kept on like spinning me around, and she was really, really assertive.
I like assertive women.
Maybe you should talk to her then.
Man, I'm talking to a lot of people right now. Ymir's gonna look back.
You got like,
But like,
they all took a
you know.
shot, by the way. They all took the shot already when you walked away, Ymir. And they're like full, like they're mid shot, and you just see them like all heads like up at the same time. They cheer, yeah, and you're like, ah.
Fuck!
Wait a second. Did you all say dancing?
Ymir's gonna like look
Uh.
over. Huh?
he's looking straight up.
Why are you guys up there?
I don't know. I just went out.
I
when you
flew
were
up here. I want to
Why-
dance. How do I get down,
Oh,
Jacob?
You just fly
Come,
down.
come.
You still have fly like enabled.
I'm
as
flying down.
Like you still are concentrating on flight, so you just fly down.
You just see Idris like stand up, and then she jumps off.
Yeah.
No, Idris!
most of like outstretched his
Swan
arms,
dive.
ready to catch him.
And she glides down.
The billowing.
You know, I don't. Sorry, Ymir's gonna take his shot. Okay, I feel better now. I don't know where Velu is, but like, are you guys not out partying? They're like celebrating us. It's free booze.
I don't know. I kind of lost sight of him when that lady was. I don't know.
Wait,
He scares me.
Velu's gone.
Yeah, 1 second. Let me calm him in. Ymir's gonna tap on his ears. Message.
Where is Velu right now? Where do you want Velu to be?
Is that begun?
What?
Where do you want Velu
So
to
they're-
be?
I guess walking.
There's a moment you're walking. Like, are you in the, like outside somewhere walking, or are you currently like walking inside of the Gnome's Garden like tavern type of restaurant?
Walking outside,
Okay.
not in the garden.
You feel a oncoming message from Ymir, just a quick like ring in your head. That's literally a verbal ring, and you hear Ymir connecting.
Hello.
Hey, where you at?
About to do something. Maybe. Potentially. Don't really know.
What? What are you gonna do?
We discussed it earlier at the library.
Make a stealth
you're already-
check, Velu.
What?
Make a stealth check.
Okay.
You're already looking for like a face?
Yes. And I'm gonna roll. Stealth is gonna be a 17.
17. You've been trailing behind the original guy who you had like met at the bar, and you've been walking behind them for a little bit, and they haven't like turned the check on them. They've had a few drinks, and you've had a conversation with them already to learn a lot about them. And as you're kind of walking this alley and Ymir catches you, you find yourself answering a message and trying to regain your stealth again. And as you kind of turn, you see that he turns kind of into like a district area and starts like messing with the door to try to open the door. You see as well another face walk by um, as you kind of like take a perspective on the area. Um, right here. You see like this woman who kind of walking by and like has this more of a less knightly like look about them than the one you were following previously. They look very casual in the way that they walk, and they walk swiftly past you, noticing you, but not noticing your trail and pathing. But there's another individual that passes by you. It looks like they're trying to move in a direction swiftly away.
Mm. Um,
You're
Velu's
on the other side of
mind.
a message still.
I need to go. Velu's saying to Ymir through the message.
Okay, when you're done, come back to the dance floor. And don't get
Maybe.
yourself killed. No
Maybe.
maybes. Be there or be big square.
Okay. And Velu tries to like cut it off. I don't know how he would cut it off, but like
We're gonna go ahead and just
Possibly.
stop here and like go straight to Velu's story. As Velu, you're now intermixed between this moment where you see the guy who you've been trailing for a bit, currently like at his door trying to open the door. You see eventually he gets his lock open, pushes it, and you see that the door like opens, leaving you a window of opportunity. But you also see another figure passing by in a very fast rushing motion. What does Velu do?
Velu's gonna be like Velu is has a mixed emotion, but he quickly thinks about his emotions and his logic. He thinks that if he kills the knight, he'll be found more easily. So he's gonna follow the girl.
Yeah, there's a moment where you're passing by, and there's a moment for you to reach a hand and grab the door and open it. But instead of taking that opportunity, you slip past, the door shuts, and now you are on a new trail. So you start to follow. You see that they kind of take a couple of turns that are unfamiliar to you, and they're starting to approach towards the upper cliff sides, leaving the valley area. Do you continue to follow?
Yes.
All right. Make another stealth check for me.
Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. A natural 20.
You follow. You see this person who's walking through in the upper cliff sides of this area. Currently stops, turns around to look for you. You are hidden from this person. They do not see you. They turn to look and check behind them perceptively. And as they turn and look, you see them turn in a direction towards one of the houses of the cliff sides. As you see, they walk over to one of the cliffside houses, and you see they're messing with one of the adorning windows of the house. The lights are off on that house. You see
Okay.
that they're successfully able to break the window, like not shatter it, but create an opening on the window and basically sneak into a house.
Mm-hmm. Can Velu follow? Mhm.
You see, as you follow up to the house, the window is open still. Do you follow inside the house?
Sorry. Were you talking?
just now.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. So you follow up, and you step inside of the house to follow them. Your stealth still maintained. It is quiet. You hear rifling of items and things, of like someone opening like the inside of a cabinet and like shoving things into a bag of some type. As you kind of look, you see in the corner with your stealth, you peer across, and you see this woman currently like shoving things into a bag. Looks like silvers and different like things in the home. They currently like grabbed a bag full of things, and they're starting to turn to another room.
Mm-hmm.
They do not notice you.
Ooh. Velu feels like worried, but he has to do this, and he's kind of scared. He's gonna take his sword out,
You
and
slowly unsheath the sword.
he's gonna wait for the right opportunity to mount as attack.
You are patient. Still, you hear rifling of things. A pause as you hear a multitude of like chain of like things falling in one room, and you hear, "Huh? Who's there?" And you hear like this clamoring of another thing. Immediately rushing from the doorway side, you see this woman who rushes past you and rushes to the window with a bag full of things. You have an opportunity to chase after them, revealing yourself, or you have to hide here and hopefully remain hidden from whoever the owner of this home is.
I'm chasing her.
All right. In the effort of chasing, your stomp comes forward and the eye twitches at you as you are now there. They have a fear jump between them, but the same fear is what pushes them through the window with you. And both of you are now into sprint as you're giving chase now to this person. They're running from the cliff sides higher into the estates. As the lights flicker on the house, you two running behind you, you can hear, "Somebody! Who are you? Come back here!" You're just like waiting for a moment. You feel a crossbow bolt fire past your shoulder, hitting the individual who's running away, who has a lower stealth than you, kind of in the shoulder, like hitting them. And they continue to run with the arrow pierced into their shoulder.
Okay.
You continue to make chase. Make a Constitution check, as you
Great.
basically have to keep up with someone who's like a sprinting rogue almost. Unless you want to try to do something to stop them.
Could I activate my blade sing?
Yes, you can activate
while
blade
running?
sing as you're chasing them. Yes.
Okay. That gives me a +4 then. 17 for con.
17. Able to make the pace and not break into any type of exhaustion. You chase uphill this roguish figure and also keep pace with them as you're gaining. As you gain like a couple more feet on them, you're finally within a reach of being able to reach out to them. You see a quick like turn of a 90-degree angle as they slide down the cliffside to dodge out of the way from you with the bag of like loot on their shoulder. The arrow stuck in their shoulder prevents them from actually reaching forward, and they slip and tumble down the rocky side of the cliffs. They grab onto something to hold onto the cliffside, making this complete tumble over the side. You drop down. You are now kind of in this place with this person who's fallen off the cliffside and is like prone on the ground. They have an arrow in their shoulder and a bag full of things that aren't theirs, and they're just on the ground, backing up away from you. And just like their eyes are like looking at you. The hooded figure is just a young woman.
My sword is pointed at her, and Velu has a face, a serious face, and he's going to ask, a couple questions before he dabs her or kills her. And so Velu asks, "What's her name?"
She's breathing very heavily, like in fear. Look, if it's about the things, I didn't mean to take it. I just, what's the? I don't want to. Like they're breathing, like their heart rate fast, backed up against the cliffside. You can see they have sustained like injuries to their leg that they can't like get up right now, and they're like backed away. And there's like, they can take it. You can take the stuff. I just don't kill me.
Velu on the inside feels like he should not be doing this, but he has to. Velu's ask one more time, "What is your name?"
My name's Layla. Who are you?
Velu, why were you stealing?
They like pause and they don't answer you for a second. They like look at you again. I don't. It's not. It's not what you think. It's if I don't take something, they're gonna.
Who's they?
They're hunters. They're not after. I have to pay my brother's fines. They're gonna take him. Please, don't. And it's like looking at you.
Velu takes a moment, sighs, and puts his sword down and sheets it back into his sheath. Velu's gonna look at the girl. So you need to steal things to save your brother?
I can't afford it. He's in debt.
To who?
There's this bounty on his head from the Delicians. They're after him.
Oh. Is he safe right now?
I don't know. The bounty people came and you see they kind of grab onto their shoulder. You see blood is seeping from their shoulder, and they're bleeding out. This person's just a commoner, Belu. They don't have the same vitality as you, and you can definitely tell that this injury, though it's a small one, is a fatal one. She starts breathing like intensely.
Velu tries to like comfort her and say, "I'm sorry, but I wish I can help you, but I cannot. I don't have any healing stuff."
Can you find my brother and give this to
What's your
him?
brother's name?
Gerard? Gerard said.
Is that your last name too?
Shakes her head no.
What's your last name?
Stark.
And your brother's first and last name is what? Because I will give it to him. Stay with me. Stay with me. Don't.
You see the eyes go from black to gray as they fade in front of you.
Velu is gonna. Velu sighs. And can you describe the area where we're at? We're like on a cliffside.
So you had ran up the cliffside in chase. In a quick turn, this individual had turned to jump like basically off the cliffside to escape you, but instead slipped, had fallen, and basically you guys are existing in like this cliffy rock edge that is obscure from the locations of prying eyes. There's like plenty of foliage and rocks that make up the area that no one could really see this little chasm that you guys have fallen into. It's not like a cavern or anything like that. It's just a clearing outside of the view.
So what's at the bottom of the cliff?
You take a stare over and you see the rest of the town. You see the clock tower, you see the valleys, you see the beach side. You're very high up.
Um. Okay. Well, Belu is going to take a moment, look at her, and say, "Sorry you have to do this, but I need your form. Rest in peace." And Belu's gonna take like a few minutes, to, like analyze her body before changing into that form.
There's a moment that your scene kind of envelops, kind of like taking in the anatomy as however gruesome or however like insane it must appear to an outside perspective from another person. You know the traits and fibers of the optics as you kind of relay the skin tone and feeling. Things you can't like copy from an image. You remind yourself of Ymir's message and like Cantor to you to try to make something new, but something that's imagined couldn't give you the feeling of someone's skin, couldn't give you the tone of an eye change when the iris pupil dilates, the individual hairs that exist across the arms of a body. You just couldn't tell you those minute fractions of detail as your changeling form comes forth and starts to assimilate to this new form. You, for a moment, are exposed in this time as you're now adopting this new form.
Okay.
Takes you some time.
Okay. Could I, while that form is adopting, find a way to like dig a hole
Yeah, you
to bury the body?
you try to hide the body. Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and make a. We're gonna say this is a. Say survival, because this is about hiding the remains, not necessarily, a proper burial. It's quick.
Survival. God, Jesus. 9.
9. Nothing really for you. Without a tool for you to be able to dig up the dirt here, there's nothing that makes it easy. Instead, you just pile many of the different cliff rocks together in hopes that it hides the body long enough for you to
Could
be able to do
I
something with it.
before I start putting rocks on it, Velu's gonna look at the body again and apologize. "I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to disfigure your body." And he's gonna cast Magic Missile, specifically aiming at her face, her chest, and her lower body to explode out. So when someone finds the body, no one would know that it was her.
Make a Arcana check.
Okay.
You're using magic in a way that's not intended, so I'm gonna say Arcana.
Fucking damn it. It is going to be, please, 24.
24. The magic missiles fire, splitting off parts of just the sheer force of one of your magic missiles is enough to tear through a basic commoner in the street, just from one of them. You send 3 missiles into the corpse of what's remaining on this individual, and surely enough, it is
Oops.
at a point of eradication, like where you've disfigured it to the point where it cannot like be conceived on who this person even was or if they were a person.
Okay. And before I actually put the rocks on, I'm taking her clothes
Yeah, you take
and her stuff.
you nab as much as you can.
I change out of Leo Solomon's clothes and into her clothes and her dress. And then I take my sword and I put it in my backpack. And then I put the rocks on her. And then before walking off back to the town, I say, I am so sorry again, but rest in peace. And I will give the thing to your brother. And hopefully I can find him before the Delicians do.
As
And then I'll walk
you
off.
say these like parting words, bittersweetness comes over you as now you feel your adopted form changing and visualizing to this new image. Um, we're gonna go back to the group.
Yeah, I don't really know where he's at. He's kind of doing something with grading another face. So, in the meanwhile, dance, guys. Like, why are we like being antisocial right now?
You see, like somebody like stumbles out of the bar, immediately throws up next to you. It's like,
Press dissertation.
just like it floats in the air. He throws up again, seeing his own vomit in the air.
Press dissertation. Guys, look
You
at
wanna
this
go
shit. It's
down for
funny.
alien?
Do it again. Throw up again. Throw up again. Do it again. Yep. Press
Dry heaves,
dissertation.
just dry heaves. It's like,
You wanna go down?
Press
No, I
dissertation.
kind of just want to sit on the roof more.
How about you like sit on the roof outside?
You can't
sweats.
hear me. I'm not
Goes
talking
back
that loud.
inside.
I'm on the top of the clock tower still.
Batman music is playing.
Why are they standing?
So-
Why is he standing like that?
Oh, Idris is currently still floating in the air.
Why are you, guys? Come on, dance time.
Hold on, come here. She like stretches one of her hands out. Come
You're
here.
just gonna walk over, strutting.
she grabs onto Ymir's shoulder and she goes, and she like leans in really close to his ear and she's like, "You need to lay low after this
Why?
because we're attracting a lot of attention."
Ymir, you look at Ymir, make like a really annoyed face.
What?
But
I'm
that's
trying to look
boring.
after you. I know what boring is.
Yeah, this is boring. Like, I mean,
Did
I
you know
get
you're
it.
a bad singer?
That's really mean.
Ymir, you
No,
want
it's
not.
Ymir, a
Pretty
tear
good.
comes from your eye. Like it's just in a natural like.
No, I didn't mean
Ymir
it in like.
pouts.
No, I'm.
You're telling me not to dance and have
I'm
fun,
not.
and then you're now telling me that I'm a bad singer. Like I already knew that. Like I do other things.
But we
Okay,
can.
not everybody's good at singing.
But I was trying to say you'd be a better singer if we duetted together. Thoughts?
Shh, you're gonna make me blush.
Thoughts?
I'd love that.
It just now touches the ground.
Hey, then let's like go inside and
Oh, we're going back inside.
yes, we are. Ymir's gonna take Ymir's
And
gonna
it's
take
Diane.
Mimos's arm and then Idris's arm and then look over at Cruz and Carnelian.
Hey, Carl, you
It's your-
wanna try to do something fun?
Like what?
You think we could sit on the clock hands without them breaking?
Oh, please don't.
I can. I don't know about you.
Please don't.
I don't think you. Are you down there?
Mhm.
Yeah, you can't hear us then.
Yeah,
I think
Never.
that's
You're
fine.
not here.
I'm not here anymore. Goodbye.
He's just gonna look
First,
back.
look at them, or not look at them. Look at the hands.
I mean,
I just
like
gotta climb down.
they're not like ideal for sitting on.
You say they break?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Carl's gonna climb down to him.
It's definitely a confusing sight, because you never have interacted with a clock tower before, so part of you becomes very aware very fast of the delicacy of invention. As Carnelian, you start to make your way on top of this hand. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
And it's. Oh wait, fuck.
Not
Never mind.
really.
We short rested, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Dex save.
You did spend a whole entire time in your echo shift, though, getting
21.
extremely exhausted. However,
Do I have exhaustion?
I don't think you. I think you haven't taken a long rest since then, so I think you have a point of exhaustion. So it's -2 on your check, actually.
-2, and then
Mhm.
it's 19.
Yeah. So you.
Wait, you get a +4 because of my my priest radiance.
Yes, you are within a radius. So it's +4, -2, plus your plus. You know, like there's no bad things happening here. You know what I mean? So it's like you go down, and as soon as you like touch onto the clock's hand for like the minute hand, you immediately feel its give. Like it has no weight to it whatsoever to sustain your actual body weight whatsoever, and it's on a dial system of like pulley and string behind it, as most clocks are. So when you go and you actually attempt to stand on it, you immediately feel the give of you pushing the minute hand back. And as that occurs, the hour hand also rotates at the same time and knocking you in the head. And it just bumps your head, and that's where the dex save comes in. You kind of wiggle in a stance of like standing on top of the minute hand as you're basically pushing the time on one of the faces of the clock tower to the wrong destination. It's basically pushing it down to the 30-minute mark. And you are holding on.
Then.
You're holding on. You're not okay. You're holding on to the minute hand and sliding down like with your claws.
I guess I'll just. Can I just climb off of it?
You didn't fall, but like you're currently like you're holding on with just your hands right now onto the minute hand. You can let go, but there's nothing below you. You're gonna take falling damage from landing on the ground.
I can't climb down because I climbed to it.
You climbed up, but you're currently dangling on what is basically the minute hand. You're holding on to like what is the arrow point of the hand, and that is all you're holding on to. You can try swinging to
save?
something. You
Cruz just
you
hit his
succeeded the
feet,
save. You didn't fall. You're holding on. You did not
Okay.
fall
Like-
from the original height of an extra 20 feet. So you saved, but you're still hanging on, kind of like just dangling onto the hand of this clock right now. This is your save.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to. If I can't climb down, I'd like to climb up and try to get back to where it was.
It's you have to give me a strength check.
There's not help.
Strength
For
check.
this
Can
one,
I swing
for this,
off of it?
there's nowhere for you to swing to.
I mean, if Cruz just embedded his feet like into the ceiling or the roof and just, was upside down.
How are you embedding yourself into the roof?
Basically kicking his feet in, probably breaking something a little
Can
bit.
I also use my
My
echo to
shingle.
shift?
You could use your echo shift, but the place that you would put it is gonna be relevant to what you can see, which with your perception, it's not gonna be very easy. Make a. You know what? We'll do this, Father Cruz. If you want to help Carnelian, you're gonna make a strength check for me. That's it.
Okay,
Carnelian, if you want to
who's gonna
save
roll?
yourself, it's also a strength check.
I mean, if Cruz gets
that
into my
one.
line of sight to help me,
Okay.
if Cruz gets into line of sight to help me, could I use my echo shift to put it up there by her hand and then swap to it?
Yes. However, it's more about the catch of like you hanging where you. Let me clarify this. You hanging where you are, right? Not standing in a position right now. When you would shift to your echo, you don't transition to you're standing now. You're still hanging on, and there's still gravity affecting you. So when you swap echo shift, you're not like changing your stance in any way. You're still the same position you're in. So you'll just start falling from that position instead, which means you'll have to make another save to just not fall.
My echo can't Okay,
Do you understand what I'm saying?
kind of.
Think about it like this. If I put you like on the edge of a ship, right? And you're jumping off of the ship. Just because you turn around and say, "Hey, Echo, be on the ship," so that way I don't fall in the water and switch with me, you're still falling. So like your positioning's still going to be the same as if you were hanging on or not. You just have to choose something to hang on to. And with your perception right now, you can't see anything other than like I don't even think you see Father Cruz right now. You just assume
not?
that he's
Like,
there.
yelling out at me.
You
Yeah,
haven't
I
heard
would
him
definitely
yet.
be yelling.
I mean, yeah, now you are.
Well, Cruz would have been watching him do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying like with that, I kind of want to punish the bad behavior. You know what I mean? Like I kind of want to.
Yeah. Tell me
I
what
kind
you
of want to.
roll. I'll accept it.
That's what I'm saying. It's like I kind of want to punish this in a way, but I don't want to be completely rude to someone helping you. So that's why I'm saying Father Cruz make a strength check for
So make-
sure.
Yeah, I got a
Do
nat
I
one on
also?
that.
With the nat one on the strength check, you kick your foot into a hole to like hold yourself, Father Cruz, and you feel bricks on the opposite side kick out, and you just hear like a dong, dong, dong. It's like one of the bell. It hits the bell, and a bunch of people come outside to look at the bell. Like a lot of people are like,
People from
why
the
is the
party?
bell? Yeah, people are like coming outside, like, why is the bell ringing? Is there an emergency? You know, like another thing going on. And Carnelian, you're like hanging on the thing, and like you hear, oh my gosh, he's hanging from the clock tower. Like you hear like someone pointing up to you while you're hanging up there. Somebody save him!
If it's people from the party, then Ymir's gonna
Ymir's
come out
out
and he's
there.
gonna see them and he's gonna be like, "These are some nah, he's fine, man. These are some
Carnelian.
fucking party animals."
As you do that, you hear this and you're like, ah, shit. So now, in that effort of hearing positionings of things around, you can now definitely put your echo somewhere and shift with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like to shift up to Cruz.
Yeah, you shift upwards, and now there's just an echo that was there that's holding on. It's like, it's a dark shadow, look! Like they're pointing in the direction of it. Is it bad?
No, it's awesome. Don't even
No,
like.
it's
It's so
just a
fun. Like
party
it's
trick. It's just a party trick.
Woo!
now we're taking the party outside, baby. Let's sing.
Yes,
Idris, let's
it's-
go.
Sick.
It's just a party trick. Yep, just a party trick.
Bro, it's
and, you know, it's
crazy. Let's
just-
all climb the clock tower,
No, no,
guys.
no, 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 no. It's just a show. It's just a show.
Yeah!
Go, go,
Oh,
5
God.
people.
Oh, God.
Just go. Just like rushing forward towards the clock tower. There's like guards here, like town watch are like, no, don't climb the clock tower, and pushing them off, you know. As you shift with Carnelian, you put yourself in a position next to Father Cruz. There's a hole in the wall, and Father Cruz, you kind of stand there, kind of guarding it in a second. Carnelian, you're back standing up there with Father Cruz.
So we should probably leave the clock tower now. If they're gonna
Wait.
climb it.
I need to fix the time. Cruz is gonna fix the time.
Are you gonna drop down and try to push it back
Well,
up?
can I be able to just change the mechanics? Like we're inside it, where the bell is.
You can try. You're not from. Do you have any tools that you could use
Nope,
to do
I'm
this?
using pure belief in myself.
Make an intelligence check.
Okay. Why?
What is going on?
I think this one goes here, and this one goes there. And yeah.
You know what? This is funny.
I
Idris,
break it.
from the outside, you see the clock winding itself. But it's going in the wrong way. And the time doesn't read like, near midnight like it was before. It's reading like noon now, and now it's reading like 3 past that, and now it's like going faster. Father Cruz, you're not turning it anymore. Now it's just spinning.
You think that looks right, Carnelian? I think
It's going in like
Yeah.
a rotating motion, going faster and faster and faster. As you're seeing now, your brain clicks, Father Cruz. As you look up, as you see the winding mechanism above is currently spiraling.
I fix it. Hold on, I got this.
I wonder what,
I'm
what they're
gonna
doing up
fix
there.
it.
Should we
But
go
also,
in there? I think we
Can
should
I
go in
roll
I
it?
there.
feel like the real party's up there.
I
I
agree.
want us to start climbing the
I
building.
think we go.
We're climbing the
Ymir's
clock
gonna-
tower!
And
And
Ymir's
Idris-
gonna
crowd of
watch on the mimosa's
people.
back.
You know,
Idris
I'm
starts
sorry,
walking
Carnelian.
to
I
the
thought
stairs.
This would be fun. I guess I'm
Right?
not cut out for fun.
I don't. I want to leave. I don't like this attention.
Moss is climbing it like King
Eventually,
Kong.
so
Ymir's on your back right now.
there's something wrong with the winding mechanism, and it just continuously keeps spinning on one face of the clock. All the rest of the clock faces are perfectly fine. Just this one face is
Right.
just constantly spinning. The hour and minute hand going like around in circles. Eventually, all of you who are around the area who want to climb up do, and you just see the inner mechanism of this clock tower, which all of you are just not familiar with, and you just see things like the bell's not ringing at all. You see like it's dislocated because you see a random brick like on the ground.
Oh.
And
Would
you,
Idris be familiar with it at all?
rarely, you can make a history check with advantage, but like that doesn't give you like, you don't know how this thing was built. You know,
Hmm.
you only know like maybe who built it.
17.
I mean, it's before you were born, but like.
Mm.
The only thing about this mechanism you feel very certain of is someone has to stop that thing from spinning, and the only way you can do that is brute force.
Moss is just standing there, scratching his chin.
Are we here? Are we here?
You're all just
We're
there. Sure. And there's also
I
like
can-
3 random civilians also just in there, just like putting their hands on their hips, like, wow, I never actually been in here.
I could fix it.
Wow. That one
I could
human
fix
girl that was with you, Mimosa, is also up here. It's like, Mimosa, fix it.
I guess I can.
Who
try to
the
get-
heck are you?
I'm Abigail.
Ew.
Don't what?
You see-
Ew.
Ew.
Ew, you ew.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Mimosa, do you know who this is?
I just know an
Yeah.
Abigail. Ooh, I'm so sorry. That was really
that was out of
mean me.
nowhere. That
I'm
was really
so
super
sorry.
mean.
I just know another Abigail. I'm so sorry.
Oh, well.
It's
lucky
not you, I
bitch.
promise. She was. I'm so sorry.
Bleh. I'm just
What
like
should
kind
I
of like,
do?
I
could
don't
help.
know. She just kind of like puts
I
her
have an
hand up.
idea.
Fix it. Just fix it.
And can you
Well,
like
what's it-
grab it?
I have an
Grab it?
idea.
Sure.
Well,
What's
most of
your
us gonna
idea?
grab.
Go.
Everybody just like stares at you, Ymir.
Oh, sorry. You guys just kept talking over me, so I just stopped talking.
No, I said get
Um,
out. What were you saying?
Mimosa, you grab it. I could cast levitate, so it could, like, we have 2 forms of force, and we stop it from spinning. Because I don't know how
Okay.
strong it is.
Well, let's say what happens first when Mimosa, like, I don't know, grabs it. Thoughts?
I got it. This is fine.
Yeah.
Yep.
Almost just gonna like
Make
stretch a little
a
bit.
strength check for me, Mimosa. Or athletics. I'll let you use one or the other. Depending.
Athletics for sure.
Yeah, because that's fun.
17.
Athletics is a way with chest hair. As cracking your knuckles, Mimosa, you rush forward and you just grab
Wait, I
onto
get
the thing that's
advantage on it.
spinning.
It has a little annex, so can I roll again?
Yeah.
I just want to see if I get higher.
I think it's only when you have like
22.
rage you get the advantage, but
Oh.
we'll say for the sake and purpose you're getting help from Ymir as well, like kind of getting direction. So I'll say with that same advantage, you grab onto it. You
Mhm.
grab onto the actual backside of the hand, like where the dial spins, and you just put a hand there. One palm stops the entire thing from spinning as Mimosa just with one hand grabs it, and everything just stops.
Mm.
And Mimosa, you feel the pressure where your hand is. You can't hold it forever, but it's stuck where your hand is, and you feel
Okay,
like the
whatever you
yeah.
do, what you need to do now.
All right, levitate.
Okay. Ymir will cast a levitation on it to keep it in place.
Yeah. As you cast levitation on it, Mimosa, you feel the resistance fading as it's now stuck in a place where it's levitating back and forth, like it's not being affected by any type of like force. There is just a winding factor of it that is building up though. You can see that's currently like straining. Ymir, your perceptive arcane eye, an inventor of sorts, looks and follows the trail of like how this mechanism works for a second. And as you gauge the clock's inner winding, you can tell that this whole mechanism is based upon the fact that all sides must be the same exact face. So you think all you need to do is just make it match the other faces, and it should be fine.
Okay. Is it?
Right now, the hour and minute hand are just stuck because Mimosa's hand was there. and your levitate's keeping it from like rotating rampantly. You could use like any force now to just move it into the right position.
Okay, so I can use my levitation
Yes.
and just get it all into the
Yeah,
right
you
faces.
can just try, like, you basically, it's kind of like telepathy in a way,
Mhm.
but you're not able to push it and pull it in the same way you typically could. So you're just
Yeah.
using like kind of like fragments of what ability you can to move it in a position. As your levitate spell like is taking to effect, you're moving the hands back in their position. They seem pretty close to what the other faces are. Can you make a intelligence check for me?
Sure.
This is just a last ditch effort to see if there's anything missing.
17.
You see one more thing that needs to be done while you're holding this levitate and while Mimosa's ready to catch. You see the brick that fell down and kicked through the clock tower actually delatched a rope that was attached to one of the other faces, which kept the faces in the same place. So there's basically a broken tether between this face and the other faces that needs to be mended.
We need. You see, like Ymir is his one arm over his other arm, trying to get the faces all together, and he's like his brain is straining. There's a vein on his forehead as he looks over there, and he's like, "Oh, I can't hold everything. Somebody needs to fix the tether. I can't cast mending right now. Somebody needs to fix the tether, please.
Cruz trying to
I feel like
fix
my
it.
brain's gonna explode."
Cruz, you see that there's a rope dangling now. Now that Mimir points it out, you see the brick has knocked this rope loose from its original position. You will have to climb up and put it back where it belongs. So I need you to make an athletics check to climb up.
Okay. Athletics. Nat 20.
Hey, lucky break. You know what I mean? The moment it needs to happen.
27.
Father Cruz, you like step on the appropriate steps and swing, muscling up yourself to a position, bringing the rope with you over your shoulder, and you see the exact point where the brick went through the window, hit the rope, knocked it astray from the wood bearing that was here. The wood banister is like broken. So you just like find a new position to put it in and tie it there. And then you just kind of look behind you hoping that it works. So after that set, Ymir, you feel very confident that if you let go of everything, things should work fine now.
And Ymir just releases his hands off the strains, and he'll. Whew.
The clock
Jeez.
ticks for a moment, and you see that nothing moves as long as you guys kind of wait for the minute hand to like go for, like it's a 60-second wait of like making sure it works. You like wait for the 60 seconds, all of you anticipation. There's people up here. Someone kind of like, some people are like kind of like scratching their heads like, is it fixed? And you guys see like the
Wait
minute
for
hand
it.
tick once, indicating it's fixed.
Almost passed away.
Thanks, everyone.
Quick thanking. Good job.
Thank you for being strong. And Ymir's gonna pat Mimosa's muscles.
Thank you. Thank you for being so smart.
Mm-hmm. No
Almost give her a
problem.
little thumbs up.
No worries, no problem. You're gonna see Ymir back in towards. Is there like an opening around the clock tower?
It's just
Like a.
so there's a like, you guys are on like a top floor, so like imagine a staircase that like square spirals all the way to the top, and then there's like a top floor right underneath the bell. The only way you can really look out is through the clock tower windows themselves of like the clock faces, so you can see like it's like a one-way pane basically from the inside of the clock tower.
Is there a way to jump out?
Without shattering the glass, no.
Dang it.
You'd have to climb
Alright.
down. Yeah, it's kind of a, not epic way of leaving for sure.
Lame. Ymir's just gonna walk
Can't
off.
Ymir,
It-
like feather
yeah.
fall or whatever?
Yeah, that was the play.
What if like Mimosa just threw him?
Yeah, but there's no way to like leave without breaking glass.
Oh, there's not a hole.
That's what I was. Yeah.
No.
We're just gonna look up at the hole that
There's
they
this-
fell in.
Oh, there's just one small, like foot-sized hole that like Father Cruz kicked in earlier, and that maybe
Ymir's-
like the hole that you guys had fallen into, quote unquote, was just a roof latch, but you'd have to climb all the way up and go back out of it.
Hmm.
You guys want to see the sky and, jump me? I could catch all of you. I'm really strong.
Wait,
Mm.
why isn't
Mm.
Velu with you?
I don't know. I told you
Oh,
guys.
He's doing things right now. He's busy. I don't know. What did you say he was doing?
Ymir shrugs. He's doing like. Ymir looks at like all the random other people and he's like, "Never mind. I'll tell you later. Can we go
Hey.
up the latch? Just us
Did you-
four."
Did you kick a hole in the ceiling?
Ymir
I
looks up.
was, I was trying to help Carnelian from falling off, but instead I fell into the clock tower.
Hmm.
Why was Carnelian falling anyway? Where
What
is
is he?
Carnelian?
Cornelian walked off as soon as he climbed up.
Sure, let's go. Let's figure it out.
Come. How do we get up? Can you like
Cruz
throw
will,
me up,
like-
Mimosa?
Mimosa's gonna like grab Ymir and
Uppies.
then like start climbing. Just put him on his back.
Oh no! Help! Help! I'm being kidnapped! No!
Why are you doing that?
No!
You're not being
Help!
kidnapped. You asked me to carry you.
He's swooning
Mm.
all over. Oh my gosh! Save me!
Oh my god.
He'll go limp.
Wow, Mimosa, you're quite popular.
I don't
He
know
is
what I do.
today.
Was gonna just climb to the top and put Ymir to the side.
Ymir will straighten himself back up, and then he'll go on to his message device and be like, Carnelian! Carnelian!
Huh.
I know you're nearby. Where'd you go?
Just walk off.
Yeah, but where?
Somewhere where a bunch of people aren't allowed.
That's not like a location,
You
Carnelian.
should ask what direction he went in.
That's what I was
Oh,
wondering. Yeah,
I
no,
can do
like...
the same thing. Idris also starts to message Cornelian.
Yeah, you have
Aw.
two input messages, two frequencies.
ring.
Most popular kid in town.
What direction?
What do you mean, what direction?
Oh my god, Idris, are you also on the line?
Hey!
Hey!
Oh my gosh, just like I'm looking at you right now and also in the phone with you and also oh my gosh.
Okay, so Carmen, where are you right
Yeah,
now?
where did you go?
I walked south.
South. Ymir's gonna
So-
look south.
right.
Think
South
Not
is
knowing where south is. Where is south, guys?
Like,
How does he
what-
know where's
like,
south?
what building are you, boy? Maybe.
I don't know. They all look the same.
Oh my god.
You don't know where south is. Well, if it's a west coast, that means
We
it's
have a
closest
compass
to
here.
the west.
she
And so-
she grabs Father Cruz, points us in the right direction,
Cruz will point them in the right direction.
You,
and we're
Also gonna
going.
pick
you guys
up
all
Ymir.
go. You guys
Okay,
all.
everybody jump, everybody jump, everybody jump, everybody jump, everybody jump.
Oh god, oh god.
Can I throw you?
We all jump at the same time.
The discombobulation of this group right now in the clock tower is making me have an aneurysm, and I don't know what to do about it.
Okay,
Y'all have
3,
fun.
2, 1. We jump. Ymir's in Mimosa's
We're
arms.
jumping?
Yeah, we're jumping off. Trust fall. You trust me, right?
I do. I think I can take it if I hit the ground anyways.
Yes.
I'm worried about the ground more than myself.
Don't worry about the ground when you're with me, baby.
Mimosa, make a wisdom saving
Wow.
throw.
Okay.
Okay.
+4, remember, you're with me.
30-20.
Okay.
It's 24.
Alright, we doing this or what? We can't be a bunch of
Wait, is it dark
pansies.
outside?
Absolutely.
Can I get a light though?
Ymir's gonna... Are you asking?
Yeah, Mimosa's just gonna start rummaging through his bag for any light
Cruz
source.
constantly glows with his sword.
Ymir just gonna boop Mimosa's snout and it's gonna light up.
What the fuck?
I have the.
Actually, is Cruz still glowing from earlier?
No,
Okay.
it was just like a moment passing.
This will last for a while.
Moses could also grab his like little light wand thing and just point it at himself.
Yep.
Okay, now can we jump?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay,
Having a picture moment.
let's be like really cool about this. Like, okay, what's our poses? What are we doing?
Mimosa's gonna like face backwards to the edge. I'm gonna do a backflip.
Okay, Ymir's gonna go on Mimosa's shoulders. Wait, no. He's gonna get off. You see him like go through a few different poses, and he finally picks one. He's like, okay, I got the one. And he's gonna like crisscross applesauce as if he's like meditating. He's gonna be like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. All right, you now, Idris. What's your pose?
You know, I think I'm just going to swan dive.
Okay. That's a classic goodie. I like that one.
I
Okay,
love being classic.
Cruz.
Cruz is just gonna be in a pose of doing a running jump.
Okay.
Super Mario style, like jumping out.
Sure.
Okay, I'm going now. And then Ymir's just
Jump.
gonna throw himself.
Idris Swan dives off the clock
Backflip.
tower.
Running jump.
Yeah, everybody jumps. Carnelian, I don't know if you're nearby to see this all, and you look over like your shoulder fell in a moment, but in the glow of like some light because of Mimosa's ambience and lantern and light he holds, you see 4 individuals jumping from the side of the clock tower, just jumping. And you know, Ymir, it's fun. However, it is a moment where you do take notice that 3 other individuals also jump behind the 4 of you as your charisma carries throughout the room, and you have to
I would've-
maintain focus on.
Why didn't you say anything about that?
Because you didn't ask, and they're just like nodding their heads, like
I said
yeah,
the four of us. Let's go up earlier.
yeah. I'm sorry.
How many can you cast it for?
I can only cast 5, guys.
Someone
ignore-
carry the other one.
Ignore Cruz. Ignore Cruz. Cruz can tank it.
However,
No.
Ymir,
Wait,
the good
wait.
news is that when you cast a spell, when you use meta magic, you can fly.
Yeah,
can fix
I'm gonna.
that,
Ymir casts Featherfall as they all start falling, looking over at the 4 people, and his eyes bulges out, and he'll subtle spell it as like wind flows around him, and he'll.
You also hypothetically could twin spell Featherfall.
I don't have Twin Soul.
Oh.
And then Ymir, as they're falling slow, is going to. He's casting it on. Mimosa.
Let me take it. Let me tank the fall. I
no,
have full health. I have full health. I have full health. I literally have full health.
Flight. He can fly. I'm full health. I'm bigger
I'm
than
also
you.
full health.
Ymir
I'm on the
doesn't.
food chain.
Okay,
Whatever.
one. Ymir doesn't care. It's his friends, so he's going to choose all of them. So that's 3 already, and then 2 more. So just 2 randoms, and then you said there's 4 randoms in total.
3. There's only 3 randoms jumping beyond.
Okay, so one person doesn't have it, and then Ymir goes over to grab them
and fly and catch them.
Not fly catch. If anything, pushes them over to Mimosa.
Mimosa's gonna like hold his hands open to catch him.
Yeah, there's like a whole like a bullshittery that occurs in this moment. I'm not gonna make any rolls. It's just a funny circumstance as everything successfully kind of goes through, and it's like a panic in a moment. Is like
They're not supposed to be with us.
Whee! Look at me!
Wow,
It's
we
like
set
like
a bad example.
the person you push Ymir actually ends up being Abigail, and they land in Mimosa's arms like the human girl, and she's just like swooning over Mimosa, like my hero, and not even looking at you, Ymir.
Yeah.
You could drop her if Ymir's gonna fly past you and say you could drop her if you want, and then he's gonna head towards Carnelian.
Did anybody fall?
No, I gave no.
Okay.
Everybody should be good.
Everybody's good. So a safe landing for everybody and a kind of a sweat bead dropping off of Ymir as like a fun moment turned into a chaotic moment really quick, but was also still really fun.
She's gonna be speed walking away.
You know, you guys see
Freaking hate random
Carnelian.
people.
I don't know if Carnelian watched behind him in any way, but he would have seen such buffoonery.
I know Cornelia's just walking out.
Yeah. All
You
good.
said I see him.
I mean, yeah, Carnelian just walking.
Okay.
His hood's not
Um,
up right now. At least he hasn't declared that. So.
Since Ymir like headed down faster, he'll bump into him and be like, "Hey, Karin,
Oh, hello.
are you heading back home?"
To like Idris's home.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Is it in the same direction, Jacob?
It can be. I mean, where do you want to go?
I don't know. I mean, I guess there.
If you're wandering the streets, then no. But if you're like trying to make it back to Idris's home, you can make it back. You guys have a good sense of direction in the town.
I think I'm just wandering through the night.
Okay, let me just phone somebody in real quick. Velu.
Does it not go off?
I don't know how
Nope.
far you are.
It doesn't go off, right?
Nope.
Okay, that's what I assumed.
Too far away.
Okay. You're just gonna be like, okay, he's not picking up. I want to go home, but I told Velu that to come party, but like he'll look back at where they were from. Party's kind of getting boring, so I kind of want to go home.
We can go home then.
Also, do you still have the hilt?
Oh, yeah. I'll put it out of my bag. Yeah, you can have this.
I want to study it. Thank you. You can have everything else though.
Okay.
You trade the hilt of chance over to Ymir.
You look back up into the sky where the others are floating down.
Yeah, so there's a soft like 5 second, like there's a 6 second difference between them hitting the ground and when you cast Featherfall. So it's not, and falling's pretty fucking fast if you guys didn't know. So like it wasn't like a long time of like lingering in the air either. It was like a quick like snap decision. So in the split of 6 seconds, you guys just started like being featherfalled. So you guys are on the ground now, and mostly you like let go of this person who like you caught not by your choice, and they kind of like touch you on the chest. It's like, thank you.
You're welcome.
What are you doing later?
I don't know. But let's just gonna look at the rest of the group.
You wanna like come over?
Come over and do what?
You kind of like puts a finger on your chest, is like, you know, hang out.
Moses is gonna eye Idris and just like his eyes scream help.
It just like raises an eyebrow and she just kind of walks over. We're actually going home. But thank you for the offer. Plus, I don't think your home would be able to accommodate all of us.
She like looks at all the rest of you, just like, oh, okay.
Yeah. You have a good night though. You just see her. You see Idris just kind of shoo her off.
She just like kind of like looks sad and just kind of like walks away.
Very popular today, huh?
I don't know what I did.
There's a dude who's like full like rock fingers on, like, yeah, that was awesome, it was sick. He's like high-fiving his friend because they're like floating down at the same time. They have no relation to your crew whatsoever, and they're like fucking high-fiving each other, like, yeah, bro, you see that? I jumped off, it's sick, dude. I trust my bro Ymir all the time. Like, I know the guy. We go back.
You too?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was actually with him in the fight when he's fighting the troll. Yeah, it was sick, dude.
Well, you guys should know there's a popular saying that, you know, if your friend jumps off a bridge, you shouldn't too.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't.
Now
do
when
that.
your friend is a sick ass mage, dude.
No,
He like high
really.
fives his other friend.
Idris just starts walking in the direction of Cardelia and Ymir.
Have a good night.
I'm
Don't-
watching you walk away.
Don't be
Sick.
stupid.
And you guys
Girls
walk
are
away.
scary.
You guys walk away. They're both like fawning each other, like broing each other up. Well, you guys probably just make it back to the home at this point. It's late. Laurent's not in the
Ymir's-
estate tonight.
As we were heading back home, immediately Amir's gonna go over to Idris and be like, "Do you have sending?"
I do typically, but I've used all my spells for that level.
I don't know where Velu is, and I don't want to leave him. So
Velu,
I'm gonna.
You actually
should-
will be interjecting the group as they're walking up the cliff sides, but you are in this new form. They don't recognize you because you're in a new form, and you know this. So you are going to be passing them in this moment. Is there anything you wish to do?
He
I'm worried because I told him that we're gonna be at the party whenever
Oh,
he's done.
he
But I
should.
don't know.
Here's the thing: he should know his way back to the estate. I'm not that,
Yeah, but I'd feel really bad because then
Why?
I told him like come over and party, and he said maybe, and I said you better. But like I'm not doing it, then I'm a liar, and it's gonna be a bit
Yeah,
dickhead.
but Velu is a competent man. He can figure things out for himself. If he doesn't want to stay there, he doesn't have to. And he
woman.
can come... Sorry?
You turn around and you see like this girl with a hold on, where's the picture? So there's like a big ass scarf, green scarf with like
It's in fan art.
nice ass.
see it.
Yeah, it's in fan art. So it's in fan art. The eyes are not brown; they're blue. But that's the only difference. Hi, and it's like you hear a feminine voice, not a masculine voice.
Can
Hi.
another woman follow us? Almost gonna
No.
like.
I
put
love
himself
your
behind
scarf.
Idris.
Where did you find that? Oh, it's beautiful.
Thank you, I guess.
Why did you say woman?
You guess. Oh,
'Cause
Can we help you?
you were looking for me.
huh?
What?
Velu?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
All of you kind of
Yeah.
like see this for the first
Oh.
time.
Well, not.
I mean, I'm okay with it.
hmm.
Trying something
Keep,
new.
walk
Pretty nice.
faster.
Is Bella shorter or taller now?
I guess shorter. Not as short as Carnelian, but shorter. Like 5'4".
Small.
Did you? I'm just gonna think for a moment. You? Did you? Did you?
Can
Like,
we talk about this at home? Can we talk about this at home?
Yeah,
Maybe
I think
like
we should talk
not-
about it at home. Plus,
like
I don't
not
want to
in
talk
the
about
oven.
it.
You don't want to talk about
No, you're
it.
gonna
Yes,
you're gonna
what-
talk
what
about
is
it.
with
Now,
this
now
putting
out
us-
in the open.
Let's go home first, and then we'll do whatever else.
Okay. Home convo.
Y'all
Sounds good.
reconvene. It's a little bit awkward of a step first, fellow, because you know this has always been the problem of assuming a form. Is this part right here? Like, no, without anybody else knowing, it was super easy because you can just interject. But because now you have 5 people who are so familiar with another face of you, it's like breathing different air, you know. And the rest of you feel this too, like for sure, because like you kind of have to double take every once in a while to make sure like Velu is with you, and like there's still moments where you like hesitate and you see just a different face and form. You guys arrive back to the estate where Idris, your family, has left you and your friends to stay while you're here.
So, like, do you still want to go by Velu, or do you
Nope.
want to... Okay.
Um.
What do you want to go by now?
Well, hey, Jacob. I actually didn't catch the names because it sounded weird. Can you
Layla.
tell me the name again?
Her name that she told you was Layla, but
Okay.
You can do you can make it whatever the fucking name you want. Like that's up to you, dog.
Okay.
If you're not decided
Um,
yet, you can just be undecided.
You can an insight to see if
on
they're like actually really.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yes.
You can make an insight check with advantage because he'll help you.
Okay. Good that there's advantage.
Yeah.
I hope you get like
14.
A 14.
Does that succeed or
I
no?
mean, the mannerisms are the same, and you also see some of the same equipment. Like the sword is a pretty big tell, unless
the
Veller
sword
just
is
got.
the backpack.
Oh yeah. Oh no, yeah.
He hit the sword.
The only thing similar is the eyes, but
Oh,
you know you have to take the word for it, Cornelian. Like it's really hard to say. Anybody who would just walk up and do that, who would be bold enough, you know?
right, but I mean, I can use my second win to add another D10
If
on
you
top
want,
of
if
it.
you want more certainty, you 100% can.
Okay. 18.
You catch the breath of Velu, the same like posture, face, but it's the thing that actually catches you that makes you certain that this is Velu is the smile. And you can see that that same resting smile that Velu always presents in these situations sits iconically on their face no matter the form.
Mm,
And that immediately like snaps you to 100% this is Velu.
okay.
And like you feel very confident.
I'm just gonna sit off to the side of the room, just watching intently.
I guess new name. Layla Stark.
Layla.
Dark.
Yep.
So I've been meaning to ask, why did your old figure have such a high bounty on them?
Are we home?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Or did
Yeah.
you rack up that bounty? I assumed it wasn't you, but
I don't actually know. I don't think it was me, but I think it was maybe the form's past history, but I'm not entirely sure.
well, would you have done anything catastrophic to have a bounty for 10,000 gold wanted alive?
No.
And then it probably wasn't you.
Okay.
Mir's just picking at Velu's new hair. So, is Velu not like your actual name?
I mean, I guess y'all can still call me Bello.
It's just like,
But
you
what
know.
would you prefer?
Yeah, like I'm
Do
just
we still
confused.
refer to you as a guy or?
I mean, Bello isn't like a guy or girl's name, so we'll just go with Bello. The last name is Stark.
Velu Stark. Okay, so when we're addressing you out in public, Velu, correct?
No,
You
when
could call
there's new people, you say Layla. To
Lay.
not,
Layla in
to not,
public.
to not, like I don't want this form to be found out, and I don't want to do this shit again.
Layla
So
in public, Velu in private.
yeah,
Okay.
do what again? I thought it was extremely easy for you to change your form.
Balu gives like a little like gesture where kind of seems nervous. And, like,
Ymir's
um he kind of seemed nervous and he's kind of like fidgeting with his hands but like trying to hide it.
on seeing like Velu's nervousness. Ymir's just gonna take out the book of explanation that Velu and Ymir wrote into, and he'll just hand it over to Cruz. It's like a little bit complicated.
Cruz will just
That's my
read
notebook.
through
What?
it.
Oh, I thought it was in my notebook. My bad.
Oh,
Forget
No.
about it. Ymir will look over at Velu and be like, "Why don't you just give him the book?" So you don't have to explain.
Velu takes his book out and then kind of shows to Father Cruz and then looks around to like Idris, Carnelian, and Mimosa to see if they also want to look at the book.
I've already seen it.
It doesn't
Chris
seem
will
to care.
just read through it.
Notes and gists about a conversation between Ymir and Velu about the intricacies of changing forms. And you see there's questions about making his own and questions about having to take a new one and what that entails, including the concept of the same thing that kind of is tethered across the entirety of the party most of the time is leaving things behind and what the cost of that can be.
I see why you prefer not to do it again.
Yeah. Yep.
So what, like, how this form came to be? How did this form come to be?
You asking that question kind of makes him even more nervous and like scared to even talk about it.
Ymir has like a concerned face on him.
Is it like
So it's
visible
like,
that he's scared?
I think so. I mean, this is a new form for all of you to look at. This is not like the same Velu you stared at to like insight before, but you can definitely tell that this woman standing in front of you looks scared.
Are you afraid because we'll judge you, or you just prefer not to talk about it?
I mean, Velu's eyes. I guess I kind of followed her because I thought like she was like I had to like think about who would it change forms into, and it's kind of like very difficult to pick. So I followed her. She got caught because she was stealing, and then she died.
So you were with her when she died.
How did she die?
Um, yes, to answer your Father Cruz and Carnelian, shot like I think it was crossbow arrow that
Um,
shot her, and it went into the shoulder.
Actually, Velu, um, you kind of like blink twice and like instinctually your hand kind of covers over your shoulder and you can feel that there's still a remaining hole right there on the shoulder because you weren't able to perceive that portion before changing the form. You actually will permanently just have a hole that is just on your shoulder right in that position formed
Oh,
over. Like you feel like the little gash of like where an indent is as you kind of put your hand over it, and the scarf now conveniently covers an arrow wound.
oh. Bella looks at Carnelian and says, "I actually didn't take notice about the wound, so this form also has the wound that she has." And Belu like touches it.
You don't reveal anything, but you like kind of hold your hand to it, and you can feel like the indenture from your shoulder. And you like take notice of that, and like it's kind of like a like you get worried, but it's like anybody could have that too. So like you just kind of like you kind of shrug it off for now.
Ymir's like analyzing and looking up and down. You see it. It's a little odd. He's fascinated. I'm just gonna say, you're shorter now. Does that affect you in combat? Your
No.
swordsman. You're okay with the change of height?
Yes.
Because you were taller than me before.
Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting. And he's gonna like write a bunch of things down. Well,
Is there any other questions you want to ask me? Velu
don't have
sits there
any.
nervously.
I got what I needed.
He's
It's
gonna
like
walk
Bridget, you're
into a room.
close.
He's gonna walk in a room to sleep.
It's just Cornelia just
Oh,
like ditching the
Bye.
room.
Where did I get the clothes?
Yeah.
Oh, from Florida. Velu mumbles that. You got that? Okay, next question.
Well, this is definitely something that I'm gonna have to get used to. I'm gonna go study now. We should like figure out what we're gonna do next. Food for thought. And he'll
Do you
head
mean
into the
do you mean here or do you mean
like
journey wise?
as a group, yeah, it's just like what are we doing?
I think we're going to head to Arlucia next.
Should we discuss it tomorrow morning? Oh,
We
tomorrow.
should.
By the way, tomorrow we are stopping at a boutique,
Yes.
and we're getting some new clothing. So look forward to that, everybody.
But I
I
got
like
this new clothing right now.
yeah,
Be-
and I also
A
have to
new clothing.
But
I
it,
also
because
wanna just get other new clothes.
okay.
because it's from my family friend, and I would love to go support her business. That's all.
Okay.
Sure.
I just got these clothes.
Well,
Yeah,
we
but
might need some new
you
It's
can
not
ones.
bad to have
you have
extra.
one change of clothes, Velu. Oh my goodness, you need more, especially if you're going to be if you're being a woman right now. You need more, and you need to style your hair, and you need to stop looking so sloppy sometimes.
Girl, did you
You're
just call me sloppy?
I did. Did you see your hair on your last person?
It was pretty shitty.
You barely combed it.
Okay, well, you're gonna have to help me with it
Of
then.
course I will. Oh my goodness.
I could help too.
Okay.
I used to braid my sister's hair.
I'm glad I don't have hair.
See, you have plenty of people who are here to help you.
Not
And
plenty is a pretty
well,
big.
you have two people here to
Yeah.
help you.
You're a
Right,
girl's
both
girl
of
now.
us.
Oh my god,
Potato,
you're a
take
girl's girl.
inspiration for that. That was
Oh
funny.
my god,
Who?
she's
I
a
love
girl's
that.
girl.
Potato, you get inspiration for that. That was funny as fuck. I don't know why that made me laugh.
Muchas gracias.
Well, that's exciting.
And there's some shops I want to look at tomorrow, so there's things we have to do still here. And then I feel like we discuss what we want to do tomorrow morning before we all head out. Does that sound fair?
Sounds good. I need to get that ruby that you mentioned, Cruz, because cool rocks. I like rocks. Also, that dagger that you have, and he's gonna make a sinister smile. Are you sure you don't want it? Are you
What do
sure you don't
mean?
want? That's super cool adamantine dagger.
Oh, I do have something to talk about.
Well, I might sell it.
Sell it? No, what? Why? Why would you do that?
Should I use it?
I'll
Yes.
take it. I could give you money. You want money?
Sure.
Why do you want it so much?
Ymir's gonna like look over Mimosa at, like and give like a "Are you serious?" face.
Well, us is just like frog blinks a little bit.
It's a cool metal. Have we, guys? He's gonna look at everybody. Do we just not like know me, or I'm confused?
I didn't realize.
It's a cool.
What
It's a
makes
cool
the
metal.
metal good?
Well, it can't be metal. It can't be like melted down. It's like one of the rarest and strongest metals in the world. Or
So
moon.
they took the strong metal, made a dagger? Why a dagger?
I don't know why they turned it into a dagger. I guess it's just because it's so like
How did
Maybe
they
they
make
didn't.
it a dagger if it can't be melted down?
I don't know.
Just
I'm
because
not.
it can't be
I'm
melted
not a
doesn't mean
blacksmith.
it can't be shaped or cut.
Yeah, how did you sharpen it?
Maybe
you
high
sure-
pressured magic lasers or something. I'm not like a blacksmith. I don't know how people do things, but I like studying things, and it's a pretty powerful tool. as well. I could cut anything, or not cut anything, but it won't break easily or at all,
But don't
right?
magic items already not break?
It's not magical. It's just really good metal.
I'll just grab
Can I get
some
a fact check, DM? Like it's just a.
Huh?
It's not a. The adamantine dagger that they got. It's not magical. It's
No.
just. Yeah. Okay.
Just crits on
Yeah, it's
objects. That's just
just a
that's
really
the
good
fact of the
dagger.
metal. As far as rarity,
So.
I mean, it's pretty rare. And then, you know, I mean, you're a pretty material savvy guy, so you would know that adamantium can only be cut by other adamantium things. So, you know, the only way you could ever shape it or forge it is with other adamantine objects. So it's like cutting diamond with diamond, you know.
Mhm.
Adamantine blacksmith.
That's right.
Well,
I'll give you
I'm going to
200.
my room. Or
Didn't you
a
say you had
room.
something to? Wait, did you say you had something to say, or was that Zach?
I can say it in. I can sit. No, this is Valu. I can say it in the morning. When Kernan's out.
Mm.
Cool.
Because I also need time. But
Sounds
I'm
good.
going to my room or a room.
I'm also
And
going to bed.
Oh,
everybody starts
I
like
go.
slowly dissipating from the space.
Bye byes.
Good
Bye.
night.
Valu
okay.
walk.
Anybody else?
200 gold.
Sure.
Cool.
You're more materialistic than me.
Awesome.
Trading an adamantine dagger for 200 gold.
I don't know if that's lower or higher than what it should be, but that's what I
Good
just.
enough for me.
It's all party funds at the end of the day.
As you guys stand there awkwardly, who should I bunk with? Curses back up.
You can stay in my study while I work on stuff.
Okay.
Okay, come.
I was just gonna go like grab a cushion off of the couch.
Yeah. I would say, unless anybody else has anything, I'm gonna go ahead and turn you all in for the night.
Does Velu get any sendings?
There's a moment in the night, I think, for Velu. Your patience kind of wears a bit thin, but in the middle of the night, you find there's a sending message, not necessarily a sending scroll.
Okay.
It's trying to reach you. You can save from it or allow it.
Allow it.
Well. How many sendings do we have to get out here to find your face? Now is easy. Can't stay hidden. We'll find you. That's all it says.
Okay.
And you just kind of like lay there for a second in the middle of the night. The voice on the opposite side, make a history check.
Okay. Come on, Discord. History?
Yes.
7. Don't
7?
fail me now. 22. No. 22.
I'm about to say, whoa.
22.
22. This could be one of two people. This could either be Wayne, or this could be Prince Delician or Prince Wei. The voices sound eerily similar. And they also sound coded, like they sound different, like contextually, like they're masking their voice a bit.
Okay.
So, but based upon that's one or the other.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's it. You find some rest. Allie, can you do me a favor? Roll 1d6 for me.
Oh my god. Yes, I can. Do, 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 do. Two.
Um, Mimosa, you are sleeping or you're trying to sleep, and there's a moment where you feel your toes being tickled, and you wake up. And you
I look at my feet. Do I see anything?
No, you don't see anything. Lights bright in the room. You're rooming with Ymir, I think, still, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You see
Yeah, Ymir's working.
Yeah, Ymir's working in the middle of the night, but you kick yourself up and look around. Don't see
I
anything.
think this place has spiders. Bromo's just gonna like flip back over.
Ymir, you don't even hear it because you're so busy. You're like, huh? You just see Mimosa already.
Yeah,
kicked over.
Ymir's studying the runes on the hilt.
I mean, the hilt shows different semblages of wild magic in a way. Looks gnomish. I mean, otherwise, it's there's definitely some weirdness to it. You get the sense that this thing was probably never really recognized as a magical item for a long time, just gathered by the amount of dust collected on it.
He's specifically looking at. He's trying to decipher the changing runes, like whatever causes the item to change shape.
I mean, it's transmutation and its efforts, right? Like to change form, but for this weapon, it doesn't use entirely transmutation. It also uses summoning.
Yeah, I know that. I'm specifically looking for the transmutation
It's not.
runes.
I mean, there's no specific spell it translates to, right? So
Mhm.
it's not something easy. You can spend the rest of your night looking at it to try to decipher like what kind of resource it could be. But there's
I
no
just want the
material.
I'm just trying to identify the runic symbols that are transmutation rune. I'm not trying to create a spell or anything. I just need those runes to be identified.
What are you trying to do with the runes?
Ymir is trying to work on what he thinks is. He's trying to come up with a ritual or creating a ritual that will transmute his components, but he first needs to understand transmutation runes so that he might be able to like write it down in some way, shape, or form. And I don't know, he's trying to spellcraft in his own way.
Okay.
And he's collecting runes.
Yeah, you can transcribe the runes. That's not a problem. The thing you're gonna find an effort into is understanding how the results like matter. Um, the blade doesn't itself, the hilt itself doesn't actually summon unless you test it right now. And in the middle of the night, you can try to test it. There is a chance, however, you can do like these damaging things to the home, but that's part of the science, right? Unless you actually engage with the item, you're not going to get as much information as you need.
I will try out the sword.
All right, roll a d20.
I got a 19.
Ooh, that could have been bad. You see this. There's a short sword that comes out from the blade, but it waits for command. It contains elemental power. The damage type of the weapon changes to another damage that you can choose. So you, as the holder of the hilt, can choose the damage type that the short sword deals. So in your mind, you kind of hold on to the hilt and it waits for that like command of damage, from you.
Necrotic.
You see as it pulls out this red, like, tassel of, like, the blade shoots out from the hilt like a normal short sword, and then you see crawling from the hilt, like almost like webbing and snatching onto the blade and crawling up it. You see red, like fibrous, like veins go across it all as you summon the necrotic damage to the blade. And that's it. And you just take the notes of how some of this stuff works. I'll say you'll have to spend a little bit more time with it to kind of get a full concept of the transmutation qualities of it. But you also find that this blade has something else in it that waits command, which is more indicative of enchantment.
Okay.
So you're kind of like piecing things together. It'll take you more time
Well,
than
that's
just
his
tonight, for
night.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
You cram as much as you can. Mimosa, again, you feel the back of your ear be pulled, and you shake your head, and you're awake again.
I'm also gonna like look around. What the fuck?
Scribble, scribble, scribble.
You see that there's a small little hand crawling up the back of Ymir.
I'm just gonna get up and
slowly.
try to grab it.
Yeah, you go to snatch it. The hand like dodges out of the way of you and lands on the ground and looks at you. Ymir, you look at Mimosa, who's like up and like wrestling with like something
Why are
behind
you not
you.
sleeping?
Ymir,
What are you
you
on?
look down, you see the hand, like turns to Mimosa, turns to Ymir, and it just darts away.
It keeps fucking with me.
Your
We'll
eyes are
ask him about that
baggy,
in the morning.
Mimosa.
Was it keeping you from sleeping?
Yeah, I feel like every time I'm like almost there, it's either like tickling my feet, pulling on my ears, slapping me, finger in my nose.
Kind of funny. Ymir's gonna go over, lock the door.
Yeah, you go over to lock the door. Mimosa, you nod your head like, okay, cool, we can do this. Ymir, eventually you find rest, and Mimosa, you're in the middle of your sleep. You hear a latch go off, and your eyes blink open wide. Mimosa in the middle of the night, and you just see the hand ominously in the distance looking at you. It with whatever kind of hand aura it has.
Mimosa's gonna freaking chuck the pillow cushion.
You chuck the pillow cushion, the hand just like catches it and just like puts it to the side and pats it. It just like lays itself down onto the pillow, mimicking sleep.
I'm gonna tear it in half. I'm gonna fucking tear it in half.
You gain exhaustion. You do not get a long rest tonight. We're gonna end the half of our session here.
McDonald's!
And you guys can go get your food. It was a little bit elongated beyond their normal time, so just come back at 9:30 or 30 past, and we'll continue the next day. I'll be talking to y'all soon. Oh my goodness gracious. Great googly moogly.
Bro got touched by that hand.
I gotta harass my sleep, guys.
I don't know what it is, but I got hit with a wave of tired, like that break. I don't know what it was. As soon as like I said like, we'll be back, I literally just like leaned back in my chair and I was like, I could do it right now.
You could die. He passed away in his sleep.
And that's
Did
the
you get
last
touched
session.
by a hand in your sleep?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
Wasn't my head. Mimosa has to go now explain about how some hand was messing with him in the middle of the night and it wasn't Ymir.
I was joking my penis, then I remember I don't have a hand.
Guys, I don't want the fan base thinking this, alright? That the hand just wakes up in the middle of the night and just gets you, you know? I'd be exhausted too.
3-hour gooning sesh.
That's horrible. At one point it is torture, you would think, right? Like it just doesn't stop.
Buy the new limited edition hand. You can goon without needing either of your hands. You need to work, need both your hands, buy the hand.
Would you buy a crawling claw hand if it did your bidding?
If you get me exhausted, fuck no.
That would be the trade-off. Is it would give
Fuck off.
someone exhaustion, but it would do exactly what you want it to do.
Fuck no. Maybe.
How many days until it would be a bad decision?
One day. After the first night's sleep.
Yeah, just for one
lack
day
of
and then
sleep.
give it to somebody else.
Yep.
Pass it on to the next guy. Double it and pass it to the next guy. I think we have everybody except for Sap because food. And I think also Nim because food. I think he made a McDonald's run.
Up.
Not sponsored. Did I just lose? Welcome back. I don't hear you if you're
Can I
speaking.
mute?
Now you are. You're good now.
Discord breaks my noise cancellation. That's why I rejoin so often.
I didn't realize. I didn't realize you were rejoining over and over again. Thank you for that. Making the world a greater place.
I just spilled my food all over my desk. I didn't make it a greater place.
Sorry. Well, let's just begin, and then we'll see where Felu and Ymir wake up during this time. All right? Mimosa, because you are in an exhaustive state, your eyes do not close for most of the night, as you are the first awake, as you never slept.
He's gonna be staring. He's like in the middle of the room, like
Your
Christmas episode.
eyes
He never lay
hurt.
down.
And you look at the hand over to your right, and you see it's just like, it looks like it's sleeping. And every time you feel the need to close your eyes and attempt to sleep, you get woken up.
Mimosa's gonna slowly pull out his warhammer.
The hand like makes it the bring it motion, like with its fingers, with 4 fingers pulling into itself.
I like to think the house hears a giant slam as the hammer hits the ground.
Just a big slam. Anybody who wants to wake up can in that moment.
I'll wake up.
I feel like
I can
Carnelian
also
just
wake up.
yeah, I feel like Carnelian also instinctually hearing like danger in the middle of the room will just pop awake. You guys see Mimosa in the center of the room, breathing heavily with a hammer in the middle of the room, just slam down. You guys awake.
I was gonna go check out what's going on.
Yeah.
We're gonna rush over.
Idris just meanders over. She's just like in a robe and she's rubbing her eyes and she's like, what's happening?
Mimosa's just staring, like panting. The hammer's on the ground. He's like, I got it. I fucking got it.
What did you get? A spider?
Bruising his tidy whities. Why are you hammering the floor at
Mimosa's gonna lift the hammer, kick
Yeah.
under it.
There's a mutilated hand, broken fingers, snapped in
Oh, he
different
actually got it?
directions. Yeah, like it's completely like snapped and like full in different pieces right now, and splatted on the ground.
Oh,
Idris goes, oh, and she takes a minute to register. She blinks a few times and then she's like, and she like goes to her hand.
You got Velu and Ymir just hear a big slam in the center of the room, just for the sake of.
I think Ymir.
Velu.
What do you mean?
There's just a
I'm
big
in my
Mimosa
room?
brought the hammer down on the hand.
Wait, I'm in my room or
Yeah,
I'm
you're,
in
you're in
with
your
the-
room still. You're in your room still. But you hear a big slam in like the central room.
Mother stays in his room.
Makes sense. Yeah, the hand's just squished, mutilated. There's no blood. It's just poofed apart with fingers. Some fingers over there and over there. Some broken. The knuckles misplaced.
Yeah, I actually got it.
You freak out for a minute, Idris, and you just kind of see the hand shaking for a second, as all the parts just come back together and like in a very like contorted twist. Mimosa, you look down at it and it just twists and pops back into place and just steps there and just points at you and gives a thumbs up.
Oh, you fucking bitch.
Are you sparring?
I thought,
That
you know, you
is
really
like
had me
keep-
there for a moment.
The hand goes up
all
and like kind of
night.
scratches the back of your head, Idris, and gives you like a little back scratch and like, you know, pulls the hair back, tying it up for you.
Every time I close my eyes, suddenly there's a hand on me.
You could have just taken him to me.
I tried to catch it so many times.
You tried to catch him.
Yes.
You see Idris reach back, and she like tickles the hand for a second, like kind of like gesturing it for it to come here.
Just like slowly like crawls under your shoulder, like saunterly.
She like points at him. All right, you hear me?
It's like
If he,
it's like kind of like doesn't move. It's just standing still.
if someone chases you out of their room, you have to come to me, okay? You can keep me up. You can't keep them up all the time.
It rotates its
Wait,
fingers to
keeps
face
you
you
up every night?
slowly.
He likes to run around, and sometimes
Idris, this could be a danger to our health.
What do you mean?
Your health. Keeping someone up every night.
The hand just makes like a
That's-
gesture of like, eh.
It's bad in the long run.
It's not the same person every single time.
It doesn't matter if it's the same person. We're all there at the same
You
time
knew about
for
this?
combats. You knew about this issue and you didn't bring it up?
By
Mm.
this time, Belu comes out, and
I
y'all see
mean-
Belu come out with like messy ass fucking hair, like
Oh my
that head,
God.
and he's like, "Hello."
The hand crawls
I
away.
mean, if one of us is sluggish in combat, it could be life and death.
You see Idris like just kind of grabs the hand and puts it back in her hair so he can hold it up.
It just doesn't. It can't do it. It just like goes back.
What are we
I
talking
think-
about?
He's mad at me. First of all, we have to comb your hair. Second of all, it's a Baringer's hand.
Yes, but it's keeping someone up every night, according to you, that
Uh-huh.
you've known about. It can't
Uh-huh.
stay with us.
So you want a Lich's hand to be out in the open and pose a threat to somebody else,
Locked in a
or
box
to
and dropped
Well,
in the bottom of
it's
the
it
never
ocean.
been
can't be locked
well,
into
Idris,
a box
It's never been a threat to you. Why would it be a threat now?
because I'm not evil, Cruz.
You can give it to someone who doesn't need to sleep, like an automaton,
Why would I give it to an automaton? He'd
so
get
that they can
bored.
watch it.
Why are you suggesting I part ways with it?
I was gonna
Because,
look for food.
there's food.
well, if it's keeping someone up every night, and even if it's just one person, I mean, imagine if we were, back in that Lich's dungeon, and one of us had exhaustion. We might not have made it out.
Ymir,
I don't
you
care about it.
Ymir, you
but-
kind of like arise yourself in the moment now, and like you've taken in most of the information, just listening, and you're a little exhausted yourself just from the late night you've already had, but in a different sense, you're just no different than taking like a watch and then going to bed.
He just crosses the arms.
I mean, I know you've formed a bond with this hand, but we're supposed to work as a team in some things. I'm not sure why you and, well, not just you, sorry. Not sure why many people in this group like to skirt around the truth at times.
Belu side eyes.
Yeah, Cruz is side-eyeing Belu hard.
Belu side eyeing Father Cruz hard.
Mimosas just eyeing the freaking hand.
The hand is
so
like
ripping
making
his
another
right
bring
hand.
it on symbol.
Skirt
Mimosas
around
is like,
what
I'll fucking do
issue?
it. I'll fucking do it again.
Well,
I'm
what if it
literally
just...
telling you the truth.
No, that's not what I mean, sorry. I mean, if it came to you every night and kept you up, you would eventually die.
And that's when I want to learn how to cast, what's that one spell that's like lesser restoration but better? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I
Why
don't
would
have
you want to
greater
use up a
restoration.
spell every single day because of
Also,
a hand?
Because it's
That
my
spell-
hand.
that
It's
spell
not
is
a friend.
pretty pricey. I don't have access to that
Not
spell.
a
at the moment.
friend.
Look at it.
The hand just like looks at you like you
Oh.
get a gasping motion. If a
Oh,
hand
don't-
could gasp,
You see Idris hold a finger up, and her hand is out.
Secret.
She is putting a finger up. Hold on now. This is my friend. He's a friend to all of us.
He's not my
He
friend.
he helped us in that dungeon.
Listen, friend or not, greater restoration is a spell that I don't have that costs 100 gold diamond every time to cast. We would
Lot
run
of
out of
money.
money after a week.
It'd be a lot of money. Pretty interesting upkeep.
I know. you
Why
love
do
the
we wake
hand.
up and y'all are talking? Why can't we go find food? I'm hungry.
you think
Look at my
Carnelian's
hair.
like a bowl
My
of
hair.
cereal
I
in.
didn't get to have a nice little wake up. I never went to sleep.
I
I
can
know
make
you-
us a steak meal.
I mean-
Morning steak breakfast while you
I
guys
know
talk.
you care about this hand, but
Yeah,
it's
please.
time for it to pass over with the rest of its body.
You see Idris's expression go hard, and she stares at Cruz.
I mean,
You know-
It's my father.
We really got to work together on this like conversation thing. Ymir's gonna say as he walks over to Mimosa, "Can you give me the bag with the meat?"
You know, Idris, I feel like you would feel a little bit better and Father Cruz if we just ate together and like
I don't want to eat together.
It just starts groaning.
Almost he's gonna like grumpily like pull out his bag of clothing and just stick his hand in there, so rummaging around. What do you want?
You guys argue like all the fucking time.
Barn
I'm
already
tired.
eating. Just
I
I
am
am not
tired.
the one arguing. I'm suddenly being yelled at because my hand is being rambunctious, and it's not my fault.
Still in his tidy whities is just gonna facepalm.
Blah blah blah. Go put some clothes on, you harlot.
Don't call my
Malus-
father a harlot. That's me.
He's in his tidy whities.
Because you just woke up.
How about we eat breakfast and then we figure
no.
out what
Oh,
we
I'm
do?
gonna do what Carnelian's doing. Melu walks over to
Breakfast.
Carnelian.
Chris is
Almost
just gonna
he's
go
gonna
to
put
the
his
Can I have
table.
some?
I'm gonna walk away.
Ymir's gonna start
Hey,
working on
okay.
a ham. Do we have eggs?
Can't afford
Do
it.
we have eggs? Is gonna be the last thing I think about right now. It's like, yeah, sure.
Can you
Okay,
check
cool.
the fridge or something?
Yeah, it's there. Just assume, I guess. I don't know.
Jeez.
I don't know, guys.
What did I do?
Your rations.
I'm in a bad mood right now.
Okay, don't put it on me.
I'm sorry. I'm not putting on you. I'm just irritated.
It's fine.
and it's
Hold
not
on,
your
guys.
fault.
I'm making plates. I'm just gonna start cooking
I
a bag.
don't want one.
You're gonna eat. You need to eat something.
I'm irritated right now. I don't want to
Mimosa's
eat.
leaning
You can
puts his head
irritate
on the
eat.
table.
No.
Mimosa, you start
Come
to
on,
drift
guys.
off.
Sleep.
We're a
Still should-
family. We can hate each other while eating food. Your stomach doesn't give a shit how you feel.
Mimosa, you start to.
Somebody write that down. That was pretty good. I mean, he's gonna be
Mimosa,
cooking.
you guys start hearing Mimosa start to snore.
No one
Ymir.
no one say anything and let him sleep.
Ymir's just working on an eggs and ham breakfast. Get some nice seasoning. Keep some little bit of paprika. Maybe some chives. Maybe mix it all up. Cook one egg sunny side up on the ham. Do we got bread?
Nim, if you ask me a question about the root food in this house, again, I'm gonna give you psychic
Oh, we
damage.
should have some jam for that
I'm
bread.
gonna give you psychic damage. I have to.
And then he'll start
Arbitrary.
passing plates over.
We're just gonna set the table.
Guys. Breakfast.
Look over at Karn, who's already eating. No, get that out of your mouth.
Mm.
No, get that out of your mouth. Here, give him the plate.
I'll take the plate and like stack it, like push the food that's on one onto the other, and just have a full
That's-
plate of food again.
That's good. We go over to Idris. Come on.
Idris just has her arms crossed.
We
I'm
can't
also
keep
sleeping
we
at
can't
the
keep
table.
doing this, guys. Like good
Oh.
to you don't like
Oh,
what they're
sorry,
doing, but you gotta eat.
Cruz will put out a mini plate for the hand.
Now you're friends, huh?
I have never expressed any hatred for your hand.
Talk about last meal.
Last meal.
I expressed concern.
The hand
That's
Why is suddenly everyone hating my hand?
who is
you
everyone.
you see Idris just babying it.
You see the hand. You see the hand jumps out of your hair, like lands on the ground, and it starts like crawling away to like where you typically sleep, Idris. It grabs the handle, closes the door behind it. You hear the door lock.
See, now he's upset. And now I can't even go in there and change my clothes because he's locked the door.
Idris eat.
You can just open the door.
He's locked it.
We can just bash the door down.
We're not going to bash the door in.
Okay.
If we bash it, then I could fix it.
That's a good point. But this is, my family's home, so I'm trying
It's,
to be.
it would be a seamless fix. No worries.
Okay.
But
I can't run here.
can we eat?
Mavas is still sleeping.
Cruz
Belu's
is
eating
gonna
already.
usher
gonna-
him to sit at the table.
I'm just gonna sit down, sigh, take out his book, start reading through it as he shovels some food into his mouth. He's looking tired, bags under his eyes, shaking his head. Like it's morning, guys. We haven't even done anything for our day. He looks over at Velu and just stares.
Belu's just eating.
It's a nice face. Did you change any like features from the original like not copy, but the original version?
What do you mean?
Like, you know how I was talking to you about changing things from a person so it's not like exactly them,
Mm-hmm.
like hair color,
Mm-hmm.
eye color.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What about it?
I asked, did you do that?
Mm-hmm.
What was it?
What do you mean?
Oh
Now I'm
my
confused. Belu's confused.
What?
Belu's just trying to eat in peace.
What?
man. What?
I asked
Oh.
if you changed anything about the original version of the person that you took the form of.
Mm-hmm. His eyes.
Okay, thanks.
His eyes always stays the same, which is blue.
Your eyes are always blue no matter what.
No matter what, his eyes are always blue.
Should we head out today to avoid anyone that they might have known?
We could, but I think the Delicians are also hunting her brother, and I was in charge of giving something to the brother to help pay off the debt so her brother doesn't die. I just wouldn't know where the brother is at.
Oh,
What did you say that lady's name was again?
The lady's name was Layla Stark.
Layla Stark.
that was Layla.
I guess Idris, you could try to make a history check just to see if you know the last name.
13.
13. Ironically, you do know the last name Stark. There is like a cliffside like home to like the Stark house, but it's like Layla's not familiar.
Hmm.
I mean, you can try that.
You said it's in the cliff sides?
A little higher, like up for sure.
Hmm.
Don't know if it matches,
Well-
thief, but
There is the Stark household looking the cliff sides. We can start there for that.
Cliff side.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I won't be going.
Huh? What do
You
you
said
mean?
height?
Heights?
Huh?
you guys
Wait,
are in.
what?
You guys are in the cliff sides
We
now.
are in the cliff sides.
like,
Oh.
like these. That's just like a location, but like.
The neighborhoods, Feather.
Oh, I'll just stay here in this house.
What
Are
do
you
you
afraid of
mean?
heights?
No.
We're in the cliff sides now.
Okay,
Do
then what is
y'all
the problem?
remember? Do y'all remember how I said she was stealing?
Uh-huh.
She was stealing at the cliff sides. She was stealing here in one of the houses.
Is there any other forms that you have?
Hmm?
There's no other forms that you have?
I mean, as I stated before, if you read my notebook, he takes out his notebook.
I know how your notebook works, but you're an adventurer who kills people. You don't have any other like dead bodies that you can turn into for just surveillance or some sort.
Mm,
Who were you before, Leo?
that's a great question. I don't remember.
Do you still have their form?
No. I usually forget about their form after I change into another form.
Huh.
Can you not just, like, I don't know, wear a hood and, not be noticeable?
I guess. Sure.
I mean, if you're telling me that you took over, the identity of someone from Caldora, that means you're a familiar face regardless. So
That is true.
it's not like, you'll be in danger, and if something happens, we can always just feign innocence.
True.
You're
Or
not being-
fight.
I mean, if I
No.
recall, there's not even a jail here.
There isn't a jail here. It's volunteer ran. So it's not like you're gonna be hunted down by the police here. There's no bodyguards coming after you.
Idris, and also in an effort to help you in your memory, it's no jail. However, more than often, Caldor just calls upon, like, the province, actually, just to come pick up people who are just being problems. And if it's not the province, then Salavar or some other place, right, for wherever these people are from. So
Mm.
it's like, most of the time they'll have someone come and pick up bad people who are just doing dumb shit. So, teleportation does exist in this world.
So, I mean, as long as you're not being a problem now, I don't see an issue.
Okay.
Also, for your new characters app, you took all the belongings off of this, like, Layla.
Yeah.
Can you go ahead and just make just a general investigation check?
Sure.
Would you have adorned all the equipment that they were already wearing?
Wearing it?
Mm-hmm.
As long as I didn't have to tune it, maybe, yeah.
Just to match all the, like, ways that they were looking at night, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In your investigation, then.
It is going to be a 19.
Two things. One, you just take a notice that, like, the clothing and stuff that they're wearing is, like, it's not like poorly made clothes. You can tell that this person had chosen this outfit in a range of, like, maybe days. Like, it's a new outfit. So
Right.
whatever they were doing that night was in a new outfit.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second thing is you're actually wearing a wedding ring.
Fuck.
I don't know if you would, like, I feel like this would be like a second thought to you, like, in that night, for how, like, extreme it all was. But, like, in adorning all the accessories, you would take notice that you are now wearing a wedding ring. like a band.
Belu just stares at his hands.
Yeah, you guys will take notice if his hands are out. Specifically, Father Cruz takes notice.
Ah, who's the lucky lad?
You're so funny. Lad?
Wait. Married?
No.
Wait. She was married.
No. Yes.
No. That's not her last name.
What do you mean?
Her maiden name. What is her maiden name?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? You said that we had to go find her brother, and if we're looking for her brother, it's not going to be.
Oh, the brother. The
household.
brother's name is. She told me. Brother's name is Gerard Salad. Salad. Say
Salad.
Said.
Salad. Gerard Salad.
Gerard Salad. Gerard Said. Said.
Yeah.
Said. I'm gonna say Said.
Saeed.
Okay.
Can I roll another history check,
Salad.
Jacob?
So
Sure.
maybe
Yay!
my hypothesis, right? This is
Dang
super
it!
scandalous.
9.
No clue.
This is like super scandalous, right? She gets married off to some rich Stark family. She doesn't really actually have feelings for the other man. So then she takes all she can and runs as fast as she can. But the man, deeply in love but deeply disturbed, shoots her in the arm as she runs away, slowly bleeding out. But they can't find where she went. Running to her loving brother to give out any items because they're super poor and they just want to get by. And she cares for her family so much. She can't get there in time and she falls and dies. But you're there to take her full on identity.
Did you just create fan fiction for that woman?
Maybe.
All
Belu
right.
looks at you like that.
You'll have to do some acting, Belu.
Yeah, she. Do you even know what her personality was like?
Flashes of just a scared woman on the ground who couldn't move and started bleeding
We'll-
out.
We'll just make a guess.
A guess. Haven't you been doing this your whole life and now you're guessing?
Well, I'm a bit charismatic.
You are.
A bit.
I think it would be easier to pretend to be a postman.
I'm sure.
Yeah, you tell me that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You see Idris get up from the table, walk away. She knocks on like the room that, like the door of the room that she was staying in, and waits.
No
Hold on,
response.
just give me a second. She starts banging on the door. I need my hairbrush, please.
No response.
Oh my god. She just mopes back over to the table.
As you mope back over to the table, you hear behind you the door unlock and a hairbrush slide out from the door. The door closes and locks again.
Oh, thank God. She runs back over, grabs the hairbrush, and then walks over to Belu and she starts brushing her hair.
Moss is snoring.
Yeah, Nosa is out right now.
So we have a full agenda for the day. So first of all, as a group, we need to go to this boutique and pick up some clothes, buy a couple new outfits, and support a family business. Please.
Sounds fun. Mimosa, wake up.
No.
Rude to sleep. I taught you better.
Moss is gonna slowly rise. Is food ready yet?
Yeah, right there.
It's been ready.
Then there's a couple
cold.
shops I'd like to go and see, for selling purposes and buying purposes. And then I think it might be wise to swing back towards, I don't know. I don't know if going to the Stark household would be a grand idea, but
Are we going to bed after that?
you can go to bed after that.
Moss is slowly eating his cold food.
Ymir will use prestidigitation to heat it up.
Yep, that does work.
Does anyone have anything that they would like to do that I haven't mentioned already?
Magic Ruby.
So we're going to the shops. So Magic Rubies at the shops.
Yeah. We should
Okay.
also get more potions. You know, I was like chucking them shits. I don't know about you guys. I got hella.
Little queasy in the stomach for sure.
What'd
That
you say,
mixing
Connie? I
potion
didn't
and
hear you.
alcohol.
I need to sell stuff.
Okay. Well, we're going to the shops as a group anyway, so we'll just run all of our errands out.
Oh, I have a thing while everyone's here.
What's your thing?
If anyone asks where the other person went, last one, they died.
Okay.
We'll just say they died in the attack of the troll or something. Whatever you want.
Mm-hmm. Also, Carnelian, since you're selling something, can you sell the sword? He takes out his blood sword and gives it to Carnelian. Or
Ooh.
Yeah.
Sure. Do you know how much it's worth?
a lot. But you can
Much is
keep
a
the
lot?
money.
Okay.
You don't want us anymore?
Well, I have to let go of everything. And I don't want to be found, so I have to make sure that they don't find me again, so I'm gonna sell it.
You could
Can
at
we
least
get you a
get the
new
money.
sword?
We could use the money to buy you a new sword.
Oh, there is
That's
a
true.
wonderful blacksmith here. He's actually a family friend of mine, so we might be able to get a deal on something.
True. Actually, Carnelian, can you take half and I take half? Is that okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Awkward.
Mouthful of food. Yeah, you guys have some plans set ahead. Anything else?
Oh wait,
Finishing his food.
hey Karn.
Mm.
How do you put runestones on things?
You just pop it in there. If it has a rune slot, if it doesn't have a rune slot, then that's a different thing. The hard part is putting the slot on.
How do you know if something has a rune slot?
Let me look at it.
It takes out the adamantine.
Does it have a rune slot?
It does.
You just put it in right here. Point
All right.
the slot.
Maybe we'll put the runestone of lava and the adamantine dagger.
There you go. Investigating things works out for the best of us. And also it's just funny because Carnelian, you look at it, you like tilt your head, you're like, yep. it's like a quick oh.
Thanks, bud. All right, I'm good to go.
Moses falling asleep again.
We're gonna do
Not waste the day. Let's go.
we're gonna do a
Why doesn't it
montage.
go for, short rest or something, so they're not terribly tired.
We're gonna do a short little montage, so I need some just player imagination for the RP and types of sessions I go through at Assault as we move through the things you wish to do. To go through your list, you guys end up going to the shop, getting the outfits that you so desire. You guys can all add a very nice outfit to your inventory if you spare yourself 50 gold.
Me and Idris already bought ours, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Can I do like
an outfit?
Yes. This outfit is like a ballroom type esque outfit.
Yeah,
Yes, we all need them. Man,
I
If
will
get
pay
them.
for the guys who won't buy them.
if they
I
don't
will
buy,
pay for it.
you also there's a reiteration amongst the group about a potential thing happening later on in the years that may require you to be well dressed. So unless you want to
Balu
buy
mentioned
something
it.
more expensive later, it might be the cheapest option now.
Can I
Balu
do a
mentioned it.
charisma? Can I do a charisma check to make it lower?
There's already a significant discount on everything. Your charisma check will not put a dent into the price. It just might put a dent into the customization if you want to customize it in any way. But unfortunately,
Karn, I
it's still going to
really
be the same
think
cost.
you look pretty dapper.
I'm not buying it.
It's
Hey,
yourself.
someone else will
Moses flexing in his suit.
Hey, Cruz. You know that 200 that I gave you yesterday? You think you could take out like 30 of it?
Cruz will hand him 40.
Thank you.
Sorelia,
Yes, dear.
I'll buy his. She just smacks 50 gold
Oh,
for Carnelian.
when did you come into so much cash?
Mm. You know, Mr. Honor's favoritism towards me.
I mean, there's plenty of jobs out there in the province. You can probably find something kind of, dirty out there and, spend some more money here. He just laughs. But yeah,
Well, you know I like you, so.
oh, stop it. Literally stop. You're gonna make me blush. And then there's like a moment like where you guys are trying on suits, like they look nice. Some of you have problems and they're fixed immediately with like mending spells and like different like bibbity bobbity bullshit.
Flexes and breaks it.
She does offer masks for like for a masquerade option, just as like free things for you. They're blanks basically, like they're blank masquerade
Oh,
masks.
we all need that.
Yes.
Everyone needs that.
I
So
agree.
They are like they're basically just come with. She's like just in case, I'm just like she just kind of hands you all like they're blanks. You'll have to design them on your own and put whatever you want on them, but they are
Perfect.
I
blank
don't know
masks.
how well this would work with me.
I mean, if it conforms to the eyes and face, so it's not like
I
it
mean,
works.
it's every other feature Mimosa has.
Still works. Just imagine it works.
Okay.
Just imagine that a masquerade actually does hide your identity. But yeah, you guys go through as long as you spend the gold or equivalent to be able to get the outfits. You get the outfits, and now you have very nice outerwear. Some notes about wearing stuff like this: you cannot wear heavy armor when wearing these outfits. You can only wear medium or light. So, Father Cruz, in order for you to wear these outfits, you cannot wear your heavy armor. So, it may be best for you to maybe look for an alternative armor for the time while you're wearing these suits.
Okie dokie.
That's really the only person that's affected by that, I believe. So,
And me. Oh my god, me too. I have Elven Chain Armor.
oh yeah, you'll have to change that as well. It's can't wear a dress and with Elven Shane. It does not
Dang it, it would
conform.
look so rad!
Will not conform the waist very well. It will look chunky. There is a bunch of accessories that come along with that, like lapels, ties, if you want them, and they just kind of come assorted with the outfits as you desire. Custom made, handmade silks, smooth satins, colors that are vibrant but also striking. Velu, some of these outfits look familiar in customization. I'm gonna have you make a history check.
Okay. Did you say guidance?
Maybe.
Out of nowhere, in the whisperings of a wind.
Are you saying guidance, yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. History. Not this chat. This chat. Oh, thank God. It is going to be a 16.
A 16. You personally would be familiar that some of these silks and fabrics are traded across the continent of the West. So there's a couple of houses that may exist with this type of fabric, but not like colors. The only thing you just take a notice of is the stitching and the way that it's made, like the effort of its embroidery is something of a familiar, like there's royal families that might wear similar garments, but nothing that matches to what you already wear.
Okay.
So
Melo takes note.
yeah, you just take notice that someone may have ordered from this place before. That's it. That's for the entirety of like the clothes shop. You guys have a little nice montage of like putting things on. Like some of you enjoy it, some of you really don't. Mimosa, you are tired the entire time. It is a pooper. You just have the worst. Like lifting an arm is a struggle. Like it's not a fun time, but you push through.
Mimosa also wants to get other clothes.
Yeah. Make a
Just in
Constitution
case.
saving throw.
Okay.
That's great.
Okay.
19.
Yeah,
Wait,
you're,
plus 4.
19 plus 4.
you're good.
23.
You don't gain another point of exhaustion through your day as you muscle through.
But can I get like a new set of clothes?
Sure. Yeah. If you're just looking to buy just a fresh pair of clothes, you go out to the town, find
Yes.
something swaggy, I guess. I don't know. Like, what do you want? Some
Uh,
islandy?
No, like a long trench coat, boots, and the whole vibe change to what he was originally wearing.
Okay. For something like that here, some of that's custom made, but some of that's like just, some of it's already available. You can get pieces of that outfit here, like a coat you can definitely get. It's like 5 silver.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not expensive to get most of the ordainments that you need. The only thing that you're missing is like boots for a dragonborn, which is just a hard sell. You might have to get that from like a dragonborn specific seller, which is not here.
Whack.
Yeah, well, that's just that's races for you.
Who's gonna buy one of these?
Just a Hawaiian shirt. I love it. Bro's like, I'm a tourist. And
It's sunglasses. It's so bright.
I know. That's so funny. I could see the whole entire party rocking just a Hawaiian tee, walking around Caldora. That's a fun thought. But yeah, you guys grab like little knickknacks and clothes. Not too hard to do. And in passing of your incomes, it's like really dirt cheap. A lot of it's like copper and silver you're spending to get these things, and now you have like a gold backing. Some of this seems far fetched from the days of your past. Yeah, you stop by a shop as well. Which one do you? What other shops do you guys want to stop by first? Because I know you mentioned a couple.
Selling first?
Anywhere that I can sell my stuff that I got from the black market, as well as the sword.
Black market stuff you can really only sell on the black market, but we'll find out. You go into this magic shop store that is available, that Velu and Father Cruz had went into previously. Same one, but with the two brothers. No?
One sister, one brother.
Sorry, one sister, one brother. My brain. It's the Elvish brother and sister. And they're very similar looking, and they're like just inside, and they recognize you, Father Cruz, and they see the new Belu face, like greeting it, kind of like saying, "Are you familiar? We feel like we've seen you before." Blah blah blah. Goes through that whole act. What do you sell first?
Probably try the sword first.
The sword. Very
also
rare
want to sell.
magical item. As you present that, they look at it, and it's kind of like their eyes widen to you, and they're like, "Really? You want to sell this?"
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we can afford it. And this, like, they look at it. This is. How much are you trying to get for it?
Can I insight its like price
No.
compared to all the other shops that I've seen with like items and whatnot?
You've never seen anything like this sword, especially now that you know the capability of it. Because you holding it will be able to know the capability of the sword. Make a intelligence check. Like weapons selling for firearms, but this is different.
Right. Is Cruz there?
This isn't a guidance.
This is
Isn't
not.
it?
Nope.
17.
You feel confident that magical items can go from rarities from like uncommon to rare to very rare to legendary, etc. This is in the very rare category, which puts it at a very minimum cost of 500 gold. But this is a weapon. So with a 17 roll on your intelligence, based on how weapons sell,
I can use my thing if I need it to be higher for more accurate price.
it's not about accurate price, it's about even with a high roll here, a DC 25 would give you the exact price of this. So unless you can hit a 25 with that additional 1d10, which I think you can,
Yeah,
you're not gonna get an exact price. So try
Alright, I'm
if
gonna
you
use
would.
it. 7. I'm at 24
It's
with
close.
that.
I'll say you're
Um,
rough. You have a rough
I
average in
help?
your minds. With knowing the result already, no. But
Could I use that one inspiration from? No.
unfortunately,
No.
no. It's for attack rolls. Um,
Oh yeah, you're right.
the rough estimation that you give this item, based off of what you know about firearms, based about what you know about magical items, based about what you know about the value of like rarities and what its functionality is, it'd be somewhere between 4,000 to 5,000 gold.
Mm. Okay. Well, I guess I'm looking around 4,000 as my minimum.
They
I'd
they
be okay with that.
scratched the back of their head. One like the guy was like, I don't think, yeah, we can't afford that.
Do an equal value trade with items?
I
No,
mean, we don't have any items
don't
here that
want
would
that.
even match that. Yeah, it's a great piece. Don't get me wrong. We'd love to have it, but we couldn't. It's like they just like stare at it. It's like,
Do you
this.
know of a place that might
I mean,
be
a
able to?
collector would pay top gold for this. It's.
Do you know where one may be?
Where'd you get it
Have any
from?
stopped by? It's a long story.
Have you tried the Feywild?
No.
I mean, there's some rich high elves out there that want to buy cool magical shit all the time. Maybe worth a visit for that. Like we just don't
Anywhere
have.
in this plane
Oh, not this
that you
continent.
might know?
I mean, you can
Okay.
probably if you go it to Oracle, like you go all the way to Oracle and you go and you sell it over by what's it called? Uh, Omega Rune. They might take it, but they might not give you a fair price.
Okay.
Yeah. Sucks. It looks really cool, man.
Yeah,
And
no
then,
problem.
uh,
I have other stuff.
yeah.
So put these random black market items that were stolen down.
Just random assortments of things. It's like, oh, those like kind of like it's like junk, and it's like let's pick it up. It's like 100 gold for all of it.
No, I can't do that.
I don't know what else to give you for it. I mean, I have to go through one by one and investigate all these. Like, we could start and
Alright.
identify, but the cost of identifying is going to charge you there, you know?
We have our own identifier.
Yeah, if you knew what all these items were and like were to individualize them and sell them, then maybe we can give you a more estimate of a higher value, but you might also find out some of this is junk and it gets it lower. So I can tell you I can buy it all for 100 gold. Just no questions asked.
No, I'm good.
Cruz is gonna put his +1 great axe and the longsword up there to sell.
We typically don't buy weapons. We can estimate it for you. The blacksmith will take any type of weapons you guys have. That's also a good point too. You might be able to just sell the sword to the blacksmith if they're collecting. But
yeah, I'm gonna go to the blacksmith now.
Yeah. Sorry.
Wait. I'll leave it. Can I sell this dust of dryness?
Yeah, that's actually very common. We have that here often. 100 gold for that. Yeah.
120.
Why would we pay more for something we already have?
Because it's gonna add on to the things that you already have, and
Make a
it might be
persuasion check.
helpful because we're.
Here's your yapping.
Sorry. Sorry, I'm really bad at counting. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. They kind of stare at you. They kind of like smirk. The sister kind of like says, "It's like just give them 120. You already blew their freaking sales twice now." And he like rolls his eyes like 120.
Yeah, we need to win. Thank you. I
Gives you
appreciate that.
120 gold for the dry dustness, dust of dryness. Yeah,
Awesome.
for the weapons, recommend some at the blacksmith. They're pretty rare. You might get 200, 300 gold for each of those. It's pretty. Plus, weapons are kind of common as when you get closer into Oracle and Halavar.
Ymir, this is the shop with the ruby that I told you about.
Oh, really? Wait.
We're just gonna leave.
Wait. Why are you
Idris
leaving?
also leaves, walking to the blacksmith.
No!
We'll meet you at the
Mimosa's
blacksmith.
just still standing
We'll
there
see you
tired.
at the blacksmith. Chris is gonna drag Mimosa with him.
Okay, bye.
I'm
Mir makes a pouty
slumping.
face.
Bella
We'll
was
meet you at the
outside the entire
blacksmith.
time.
You guys always leave me.
Bella was
Turn.
outside.
Okay.
You're just gonna ask him how much for the ruby.
Oh, the ruby of the war mage is 500 gold. That's like a flat.
What does the ruby of the war mage do?
You attach it to a weapon. You can use it as a spellcasting focus for one. And then additionally, I believe it's a focus on. Well, that's like the main thing it does, which is pretty rare. It's basically a warcaster type of trinket. So you can do that. Let me investigate just a bit more. Just so they look at it and just like they're looking at like some of their catalog notes for it. And when I say that, I mean I'm looking it up right now because I forgot. Yeah, you can attach it to a simple martial weapon as a focus for your spells, and it can't be affected by anti-magic fields, and the ruby doesn't fall off the weapon when your attunement to the ruby ends. It is an attuned item for a spellcaster, though. It does take an attunement slot. Something like this would potentially work as a spellcasting like purpose for what you're talking about for your meta magic studies, for like your meta magic surges. It is a ruby, which is something you've tested before, though, so might not give the same result.
That sounds good for someone that isn't me, though.
It is 500 gold, though.
It was a lot of money.
It's worth it if you get it.
But I attach it to a specific weapon.
It can be attached to a simple or martial weapon.
I'll be right back. I'm just gonna walk over and look out.
You see Belu like right next to the door.
Oh, you
You know.
didn't leave.
Hello. Yeah, didn't leave.
There's an item here that seems good more for you and not me.
What
It's
item?
pretty pricey though.
What item?
I'm just gonna drag him inside.
Okay.
Hi, my lady friend here would like to know more about the Ruby of the War Mage.
Yeah, it's a very innate ruby. Attach it to a weapon. Makes a spellcasting focus. Very common for warcasters and things of the nature. An attuned item. Very useful. We only have one. It's 500 gold.
Belu's hands kind of tingle because he's kind of getting excited, but he keeps himself calm. He's like, 500 gold?
Yes.
Can we lower the price?
I mean, it's our last one. It's a very prestigious item. Like, you don't see these very often. Only time you really see these is whenever they're given to the war mages. So
How long has it been in the shop for?
let's say maybe a cycle.
An entire cycle? You're not selling this thing off anytime soon in this place.
It's also just a luxury item, so it's just
Yeah,
nice
it's
to
quite
have.
nice. It's beautiful, but I'm just saying, if I go into a big town and I'm an adventurer, I'm probably gonna find this.
We rarely ever have adventures. It is true. However,
Yeah.
when we came across the item, we saw it. We were only marking the price because it was originally sold to us for a rapidly you see the mouth stutters. Needless to say,
What was the price it was sold originally for?
it was something of a rarity at the time when we had appropriated it that cycle ago, because rubies were in a time of peak sales and we didn't know it was magical at the time, and then we figured out it was magical, and it's a whole
Oh, so it was just you thought the seller thought it was a normal ruby, so you got it for cheaper.
No, the ruby's actual value just as a ruby alone is 300 gold. But it
Mm.
Oh,
has
so we dropped the
And then
price.
you got
its magical value increased
Mhm.
based on it
Yeah,
being a
but
ruby of the War
you purchased it for 300.
We
is what
had
I'm
gotten
hearing.
lucky because they had not identified it as
You
that.
had gotten lucky. I understand.
So
I
we're
So
not
see.
how
trying
about
to have the
But
same
you,
problem.
I understand. We're not gonna go around 300, but 500 is a little bit steep for an item that you can't really sell off. It's been an entire cycle. Not a lot of adventurers come around here. Your best bet of actually selling this off in general and not having to wait an entire cycle is maybe letting us buy it for
350?
no 400.
Look, you have chutzpah, the both of you, and you see like the lady elf is like, hold on, both of you, come here. He's like, you guys like turn like 180 and look at this like elvish woman, and she's like, she points at the ruby and then she points at other things in the shop. She's like, how about instead of you trying to offer some negotiation of cheaper price, how about you offer something in trade? Because we need more items if you keep taking. We'll offer a lower price if you trade something else in value.
You're just gonna look over at Velu.
Ah. Valu pulls out a scimitar. That's +1. He slowly gives it to the elf woman.
She looks at it. She's like, "Yeah, I can pawn
And
this. Yeah, 350, 400."
Valu's crying. There you
Three,
go.
We'll do 400.
325.
325. What the? It's just like she looks at the scimitar. She's like, 325.
Awesome.
325 gold. You get a ruby of the war mage. You also -1 scimitar +1. Really need a new weapon now.
Mir's gonna smack Velu from the back of the head. Let me do the negotiations from now on.
Valu's still crying. My sword.
Mir's gonna be dragging Velu out towards the blacksmith. Come on, our friends left us.
The blacksmith, in effort of selling all your gear, will give you like a market value for the prices of like anything regular. However, for your magical +1s and everything like that, they're gonna offer an additional 100 gold, like above the value of like their regular prices. So, you know, weapon values kind of going as they are. He only has like the straight kind of market thing. Let me see if I can get this real quick for just the sake of narration. Oop. Let's see. Yeah. You guys approach a shopping region in the valleys. There's a dwarven woman in Galva running the store. She has this apprentice that is actually the Colby, someone that's had a conversation with you before, Idris, someone who's working on the blacksmith and is basically the son of Sorelia. If I'm not mistaken, yes. So you actually get greeted by Colby first entering into the blacksmith, who looks different, to say the least. They are much older, like looking. They've grown into themselves.
Wow.
As a larger satyr approaches and just kind of like stares for a second and just like takes the double take and is like, Idris,
Well, hello. How are you?
it's been a long time. Sorry. And just like he kind of like slowly like he has like soot and stuff on his hands. And he like kind of puts like his gloves to the side and comes over and like goes to give you a hug and like kind of backs off for a second. It's like, sorry, I'm dirty.
No, I don't care. She hugs him anyway.
Oh, and just pats you on the back.
How are you?
Good. It's hasn't been long, but I've I've been working hard. You see like muscles that were not defined on Colby before. Like these are like this is somebody who's been working hard in a local blacksmith.
You seem to have fit right in.
Yeah. Galva's been showing me everything, and things have been working out. Sorelia, my mom, sorry, she doesn't. She thinks that I should be helping her, but she has her ways.
Well, as long as you are happy, I don't see an issue.
Yeah, I mean, I've been helping her make some cool clothing and stuff, for the like kind of these silk strand, spider string silking armors and stuff, and yeah, it's been good. It's been good. You good?
I'm good.
And you're your friends, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, please. She just kind of gestures to the group behind her.
Yeah, you can see a male satyr, pretty tall, like kind of bulky, like upper body build. Lower body's not that great, but upper body is like full like trapezoid.
Is it a blacksmith?
Yeah. Blacksmith's apprentice. You don't see Galva anywhere.
Do you know where?
Yeah, she's at lunch, but like she'll be back. I can
Oh.
help.
By the way.
Sorry.
How long for lunch?
It's like 15, but she's been gone for 15, so anytime now. But
Oh wait.
Okay, I can help. But
No
anyways,
disrespect.
no,
but I have
don't.
big
I don't know
prices.
you either, so probably I don't want to get messed up and lose my apprenticeship.
I hear that Galva's leaving. Is that correct?
Yeah, she's planning on going home.
No.
She has I guess she has like this thing going on with her grandparents that they're still around. She was telling me that she has like cousins that are like asking her to go back to the East Continent to work over on the mountainside of the North Mountain, and it's a whole thing.
Does that mean you'll be taking over?
Don't know. She might get somebody else to run it while I'm here. I mean, she trusts me, but she doesn't know if I'm ready to take it all on.
I see.
I've been doing it for the last 2 cycles. I mean, it's been pretty good so far.
That's all that matters.
Thank you. It's been something. But can I? Are you sure you don't want me to help y'all with anything? We can wait.
I'm here to look.
You can help us. She kind of gives Cardelian a look.
Okay.
Looking at his items.
This my swords and stuff, like different like things. It's like, yeah, I'm just trying to practice on making the forms for all these precise martial weapons. I'm still on simple weapons right now, but I'll soon be able to make more martial weapons as time comes. It takes time and material. That's the thing that's a real big pain in the butt. It's getting the material.
What kind of axes do you have?
I mean, we use steel mostly, but any simple weapon you can think of, we can typically make and have it with you the same day.
Would you be able to look at these 2 weapons I have and see how much you would be willing to
absolutely,
pay
yeah.
for?
And
they're two twin scimitars, imbued with silver, so they're effective against lichens, I believe.
They're infused. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's really good. That's you're getting huh. Yeah. Maybe we should wait for Galva. So he just waits for a minute. It's just, you guys like pause like in a timer pace, and like Galva shows up. This woman dwarf. It's like you can see she has a beard. Like she has like a graying beard that's been like kind of like braided. Along with her like graying hair as a dwarf. Like she's grown in her time. And she sees you, and she's like, "Idris, how are you doing? Give me a hug." And just like holds you and like gives me like a big old like squeeze. It's like, "Oh, you got fat." And just like holds you by the hips.
You know, you're so stout yourself.
What can I do you for?
We have a few weapons we're curious about if you don't
Oh,
mind taking a look to
Colby
see
can't
what
help
you'd like to
you.
buy for us.
He's not a jack wit like I. Let me see. And just like hands us like silver steel, very nice. It looks like it's imbued.
Mm-hmm.
If you're selling for it, I'll buy it.
Yeah, I've got two, so I'm happy to part ways with them.
I'll put a price on it for it. See how you feel about it. Take it.
Yeah.
I'll take a 450 for both.
450 for both, you said?
Yeah, if that's something you're thinking, 45 platinum.
450 sounds good for me.
And hand you 45 platinum for both the swords. And she like looks over at you, Kernan, and it's like, "What's got you up, Broody?"
I was waiting until you were ready. We're here. But I have a lot of items, and Kernan will put the like bunch of fucking items down.
Oh, Mary my. Who'd you have to slay for this one?
I just got it over the travels.
That's what they all say. All these blades have stories on them. He's like, she going and looks over. It's like sees the like encased one, the one that Velu gave you. She's like, that is a very rare piece indeed, lad.
Mm-hmm.
Made of adamant. Well, it's not adamantine, is it? What is that? And she like kind of stares. She like kind of like hits it with a little like bing, just like kind of getting the vibration in the metal. Oh, you know what that is? She like stares at you. That's face steel. High elves use this type of metals right here. Very rare. You can get this over in the Grim Wilds. They have to mix it with blood of monsters of Fae, and then take it into their bones. And she's like, she's getting a little giddy. Oh, a very good piece indeed.
I'm glad you know the depthness of how important this weapon is.
Well, if you're trying to sell it, I'm not a rich man, but I will tell you one thing about this piece right here. You're gonna have a hard time selling it to any good blacksmith out there.
What was that?
This thing has a curse on it.
What kind of curse?
It's a blood reaping curse. Anybody who has to strike their hand in order to get it to work, it has to hurt you in order for it to work.
I see.
It's a very nice sword, though. It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
But,
well,
you know, if there's a collector, maybe.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I can't.
Other
oh, I'll take the lot. Yeah.
Yeah. How much are you thinking?
She like pieces all the individual. What individual ones are you putting out like for sale, just to make sure you're not losing anything by accident?
All the conglomeration of the like roughly priced of 400 400 worth stuff.
Yeah.
From the black market that.
Yeah.
I stole.
There's like different like pieces and stuff. It's like I can melt all this down for the material's sake. Yeah, I can take it at 400.
Yeah, 400 would be.
Just nods the head. It's like, all right, yeah, so I can do that, and just shakes your hand.
Yeah.
No, set it over there, and just like moves her hand, like waves it over.
Yeah.
And she's like, you just set it down in the corner. Colby picks it all up and just starts moving it, like from place to place, like organizing it in different materials and metals. Is there anything else I can do for you, Idris, and your friends?
Do you guys have any shields
Yes, absolutely.
or armor?
We've got many. Are you looking for something stout? Are you looking for something small? You're a big
Something
man?
good.
That's my style too. It's like she goes over and picks up the shield. It's like a Dapnir shield, circular. Has this metallic outerlay, wooden inlay. It's pretty good. It's a normal shield. Well made, crafted. Nothing too special about it if you're just looking for a shield purposes of blocking an arrow.
I'm looking to upgrade my own. He's pulled out his shield.
Oh, I see. You're trying to get enchantments, infusions. That's not me.
Mm.
If you're looking
You know
to
where I can get that done.
not in a minor city like Caldora, I'm a good smith, but not that good. You have to get in one of the major cities.
Gotcha.
Apologies, Av.
It's good to know where to go.
Any major city can do an upgrade for you. And they're pretty standard rate. I can only craft new. And the time it would take for me to make something of that nature to something better would take weeks.
By the way, how much do you think I could get for this? And Chris will pull out the moon sword.
Ooh, moon touched. All sorfait. For the right price, 150, 200.
Good to know. And Chris will just put it away.
Just nods. You can probably get away with selling a lot of things you have for more for a dumb person, but like, if you're trying to give it to somebody who makes these things, it's really of no value. You know what I'm saying? Unless we're reselling it. Especially if it's magical, you can't melt down magical things. And I don't know if you knew this, but not many adventurers come to Caldora.
I guess we're some of the first.
It's kind of like laughs. It's like, not the last, that's for sure.
I'm good to go, guys, if you are.
Most is leaning on the wall, falling asleep.
Chris will shake him awake. Do you want to sell anything?
I don't know.
Well, either you do or you don't.
Most gonna slowly open, like, he has 2 backpacks. He's gonna open both of them and start looking through. And 4 hand axes I have. No, I like my stuff.
Velu gives you a long giant slayer longsword like a long time ago.
When?
Off.
That was a
Really
long time
ago.
Yeah.
A really long time ago.
Has Ymir and Velu caught up yet?
Yeah, you guys are
Well,
there.
most of them pull that out here.
I'll say you guys have been there. Like, I'm not gonna like have you guys just come into the scene. Like, you guys have been there in my mind. Just patiently waiting. Yeah.
I don't need this. I won't use it.
Just looks at you. It's like, all right, if that's what you want to, if you're trying to barter it, what do you want? It's just a normal weapon.
I'm just gonna shrug and just look at.
Right for 50 gold.
This looks pretty magical to me. Giant Slayer, I mean, first off, this has its own bonuses, and it's even more powerful than a regular +1.
Oh, I didn't realize. Again, magical items, not to my eye, right? But steel, that's where it matters. Giant Slayer doesn't have a specific taste to it. It's just an ordainment of a sword. It's a spell. She like
Maybe-
rubs her chin, beard. Just thinks, don't know. I could offer maybe 120 gold. Kind of running me
That's
dry
cool.
here.
I mean, that's the same price as a regular +1. Maybe we should just go back to that magic shop.
She just shrugs her shoulders. Is like, I mean, it doesn't do me any different.
I mean, it still is what you're after, anyways.
The steel and the if it's good craft, yeah. I mean, it's just a. Looks like this one's just. It looks like someone took this sword and added an enchantment or giant slayer to it. It doesn't seem anything special about it.
I mean, we could always just sell it in our Lucia.
Are you going to try Lucia?
I don't care what happens to it.
I'd hold on to that then. You know, Lucia
Okay.
doesn't have many trade.
Are they desperate for something new?
I would say so. They don't have many, what's it called? Arcane things. They just put their first beacon up. Don't you see it? And it's like points like in the direction of where the big magenta beacon is outside.
Oh yeah, we saw.
Yeah, that's new. They don't have. They just started their technology, so I wouldn't be surprised if they're checking new trade now for their power source.
We better hurry up and get ourselves some new weapons.
Shrugs her shoulders like, it's whatever you see fit. I'm not trying to rip you off either.
I think you've been good to us.
She just shrugs. It's like, I feel like I've just been myself. Just laughs.
You guys ready to head out? Just look at the group.
No.
Oh, okay.
Do you have any like materials that you've gotten over the cycles that you don't really seem to need?
Materials I
Like-
don't need? Oh, that's hard to say that it's ever true.
What?
It's hard to say that it's ever true that I don't need something.
Okay.
But I mean, what are you looking for? Like metals?
Metals. I like metals. I got this. Ymir's
of
gonna take
steel.
out his dagger.
Oh,
Mm,
adamantine.
steel.
Yeah, we have some of that.
Yeah. I have a question. With this dagger, can I like cut metals?
I mean,
You're a blacksmith. I feel like you'd know better.
no. You'd ruin the blade. Adamantine's very strong, durable. However, the only way you can actually forge adamantine is a volcanic forge. So you need a certain type of temperature to
Just
forge
gonna-
the blade.
I'm just gonna point to his runestone. That's lava. It's like I embedded a lava rune into the adamantine dagger. I'm asking if I were to cut something with this dagger, like a
mean,
material,
What kind of rune is that? I'm not very crafted in
Lava.
runes.
Lava.
I don't know what that is, dear. I'm
It-
sorry.
it makes it like hotter when I cut things.
I mean, they just kind of shrugged. I don't know. I haven't seen. There's no rune crafting here.
No, that's not. Never mind. All right, thanks.
Sorry. Yeah, he just look confused.
Anything else?
I'm just gonna look over at Velo. Did we already ask about swords and
Yeah.
weapons?
They just
Okay,
it's made to order here.
cool.
Yeah, they don't really do upgrades or anything like that. It just seems like this is a Caldor is not a really big town, it's like a small town, so it's like this blacksmith. As much as it's like renowned for the person who works here, like for being a very old dwarf, not many opportunities to make cool shit. And then when they do make cool stuff, it's just normal shit. It's not cool. Cool to this town is a +1 weapon. Like that's really cool. You guys are a little above that right now.
Okay.
I mean, there's towns between here and Arlucia. You could probably find something then.
Okay.
Plus, fellow is swordless right now.
I'm not,
Never mind.
but
What's
I would
Fellow
like
is not
to.
swordless.
I have a basic sword, which has a symbol on it. That. Oh yeah, I know. Anyways, but I do want a better sword eventually. Yay.
You could use my runestone for the time being.
Runestone?
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
I'm just gonna look at it. It's gives you 2d6 fire damage on attack rolls against creatures. Oh, only wearing heavy armor. So
No.
Wait,
Oh, sorry. That's actually a typo for that Nim. In that it's supposed to say the weapon gains an additional 2d6 fire damage, and attack rolls against creatures that wear heavy armor ignore their AC. There's supposed to be a comma that goes between. That's two separate things. Not only 2d6 damage against creatures wearing heavy armor.
okay.
Yeah.
So you would have 2d6 extra damage with your weapon.
And you basically pierce through heavy armor.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's kind of just like you want it or not. You can take it out at any time.
With the stone, or do I add it onto my weapon?
You just. Do you have a. We're just gonna do what Carnelian did. Can I look at your sword?
He takes out the sword.
I'm gonna look for a slot.
Which sword was this, Zap?
The first one says katana.
Oh. No. There's no slot.
That's the one with the symbol edge onto it.
Yeah.
Shame.
Cornelian might be able to make a slot.
I don't think.
He did that for mine. Chris will pull out his axe.
It looks like a
With the big
knotted
C
nest.
on it.
Not
Those
very
craftsmanship club.
Not very craftsmanship.
Does it actually work?
It does work.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, think about it. Has any painting you've ever seen, they had practice, that artist. They didn't just make a masterpiece the first time.
Carnelian, a sending scroll flies and kind of lands in front of your face.
I'm gonna pick it up.
Yeah, he like floats there. You pick it. Do you open it and read it?
Yeah, I'll read it. Who's around me?
I mean, everybody's around you.
I'll just read it.
Yeah, you read it. There's a momentary blush of your cheeks, Carnelian, as you see the bottom immediately is signed by Robin. And there's a little nice message that Robin has sent to you that is a bit sultry.
What's the message?
It reads very plainly. It says, "When are you coming back? ... I already miss it. ... And it gets like kind of into detail, and then you you blush.
Oh boy.
Like, I don't know. You can make a deception check if you don't want to blush and you just want to hide that from the group, but like that's a high DC. There's some stuff in here that's a little intense.
I feel like Karn doesn't blush, but
It'd be really. It would catch you off guard.
Seems interested in the.
If you want to make a deception check, that's fine. It's just a funny opportunity. That's it. As much as Carnelian has this stone cold face, something like this just out of the blue hitting you.
Yeah. Okay. I'll roll deception.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my D10 because 10 definitely fails.
There's a moment of double take at the letter.
20.
20.
Wow, Karn. Who sent you a letter? You rarely get mail.
It's rolled up very fast, Carnelian. It also poofs out of existence because that's just how sending scrolls work. And as soon as it poofs out of existence, actually, no, it doesn't poof out of existence because this is it's a sent letter, so you get to send something back. You actually keep the letter until you send something back.
Okay.
So
And I'll
this
pocket
is
it.
yeah, you pocket the letter until you want to send something back, and if you don't send
Who's it-
something back,
Who's it from?
It was nothing important.
Was it like
Nothing important.
family related?
if any of you
or
can be
friend related?
if any of you can be a DC 20 insight check, you
Insight?
you won't tell anything from Carnelian. However, I will allow Dion to explain any twinge
Insight.
even if there's a small one.
What if I got a nat 20?
Nat
Oh.
20.
Okay, wait a minute.
I'm 25. I got a
Uh,
25.
He said, wait a minute. He said, okay, wait a minute.
Nat
Di-
20.
Dion, does
Sorry,
your
bud.
party see anything of a tweak of insight from Carnelian? Just kind of they all kind of glare over in like their concern towards you to make sure if it's not like a horrible, worrisome letter that is gonna hurt them in the future.
No, it's definitely not a worrisome letter because Carnelian will bring up anything that is a problem or that is a threat. So it is clear that it's not that because he would have brought it up. But he does seem a little bit interested in the letter, confused, and kind of lost in thought about it a little bit as he like rolls it up and pockets it. He's just gonna look back at the group and he's like, "It's not important."
Yeah, you guys kind of catch the other vibes that there's, you know, that he basically is like, there's nothing to worry about, is what you guys get. Like, it's nothing serious.
What does Mimosa gather?
With a natural 20 Mimosa, the only thing I can only share is, what can I say? Mimosa in his exhaustion. Did you roll disadvantage first off?
Oh no. I thought it was just a minus.
Oh, it is just a minus, but that's
Aw.
true. It's different now. That's right. My bad.
I will
But
say as well as if it influences anything, Karn doesn't like usually stand near people to have people look over his shoulder. So
yeah, I know that. That's why I'm trying to think. I feel like the only thing you would maybe note, Mimosa, is a smell of the sending scroll.
Oh, because he knows Robin.
Yeah. And it
So it
smells like
her.
it doesn't smell like her. It smells like burnt paper.
What?
Yeah,
As blacksmith.
like
like-
sooty, like it's
They
like
live in a forge.
ashy. Like that's it. But I don't know if Mimosa would pair the two things together very easily.
Well, most of us are gonna like look at the paper that was just shoved in Cornelius' pocket and look at Carnelian, do like a little eyebrow raise and just like look away.
And that's where we're gonna end the session
Anything.
because I don't want to go any
Okay.
further. Because I got uncomfortable. That was
Hey, Karn, I drew myself right now. You're missing me.
I don't know if that would
I'm
work.
This big. I traced my boobs. Honestly, I put paint on them and I just shoved it onto the paper.
huge.
would. That's funny, but like I never thought of that as a concept of like sexting via sending scroll. I was like, would that happen? Probably.
He's not
Is
getting a
it-
response. Oh God.
Is it innocent? For sure. It's like just one of those like you up messages right across the across the continent. So it's like, damn.
Me
Hey, what are you
fucking
doing right
teleporting
now?
on the way.
be there
Figuring out
tonight.
how to use my echo shift to get there faster.
What are you
Borrow,
doing right now? I just got killed.
borrow Velu's teleportation amulet, BRB.
Yo, Vela, you don't need it, right?
As long as you're okay with ending up on a random plane by percentage.
Hey guys, I can't go to Arlucia. My sneaky link is calling.
What are you doing? Where you been all night? Exactly where I need to be.
You're not out adventuring with other women, are you?
Other women.
You're not
Alright.
going to other blacksmiths.
Which one of y'all is gonna romance the new Velu now?
I mean-
Ymir, do it.
The same guy who's been
Give
trying
here.
to romance
Give here.
Better.
Give
since
here.
day one.
Go,
I'm sorry, when
Ymir!
has Ymir been romancing Velu? Am I Helen Keller? Like, where's
Am I
the moment?
Helen Keller?
Am I-
Yo! Yo!